Okay. So,
Shit, oh shit, oh shit. We started.
we open, camera zooming in from afar on the an external shot of Kedwell, where we usually begin. Ivette, since you are here all the time, at some point today, you approach Ian about this contract that you're planning on going on.
Yeah.
And rather than wait for everyone else to arrive before signing it, he prompts you to sign immediately.
Sure. Did we had a conversation of why he was missing for 2 days?
If you had asked him about that, he would have told you not to worry about it and that he just had something that he had to deal with. Although you will notice that it's healed by now because we're a couple weeks out from that. It's the 19th Kavam right now, which is about 20 days after he left. But when he came back, he would have had a large bruise running on his left arm.
He got fucked up.
Very lightly fucked up, yes.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna sign the thing.
But yeah, he would have told you not to worry about it.
Yeah.
And not have given you any details.
I will ask him again for every 3 days, though.
Every 3 days, he's going to try and avoid you if you do that.
I'm always around. He has no choice.
He's very busy. He has many meetings to go to.
I do have some meetings to go to.
When
At this point,
in the day does everyone else show up?
Will it be raining at any point during this day?
Yeah, it probably would. It is. We're in like the sort of rainy season of the year. It's actually pretty close to like nowish, IRL nowish, in that it's hot and muggy and rains a lot. So there's a solid chance that it rains.
I would almost certainly arrive right after a rainstorm, or during.
Okay. Then you show up after like a noonish shower. So you roll in at like 1 or something.
Okay.
Freshly doused.
Clean.
And it's the same. As soon as you roll in, Ian prompts you to sign, not bothering to wait for everyone else.
I shall do so. Feeling particularly interested in ancient lore.
How about everyone else? Showing
Probably
up in the
mid-afternoon.
Okay.
Like maybe closer to. Actually, probably closer to like late afternoon or dusk or something. Like 3.
I'd probably show up in probably early afternoon just so I know, because sometimes Percy's been going out and flying a lot since he's learned out how to do that. He turns into a goose and just flies around, so he knows that if he can't, he has to make sure that he has his wild shape ability if anything goes down. So he'll go in the mid-afternoon, look for a job, just to see if there's anything available.
Okay. So all of you have signed a contract before. For Crakus and for Arim, this is only your second contract. So what you will find upon signing is that, actually, I'll say for Arim first, what you will find upon signing is that it's a little bit more intense than it was the first time. That cold burning that was on the back of your hand now also shoots up your arm, and you feel it in the center of your chest.
Okay.
And it only lasts a moment and then dissipates. For
Okay, cockspears.
Crakus,
listen up.
you'd
Blade?
find
More like gate.
that you don't feel that you don't feel that sensation as like a burning, but you can tell that some energy is flowing up your arm and into your chest. It just doesn't register as pain.
Okay. And you're saying it's more intense than last time, or?
Yeah, the first time it just stayed on the back of your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, now that you have a specialization, it is a more full body experience than it was before.
What do you mean specialization?
You picked up a seeker specialization after completing one mission. I believe you chose Flesher.
Oh, okay. Got it.
I did not do that. Psst.
Oh, yeah, if you didn't pick one, now's the time.
Forgot that was a thing.
Oh, and we have our final member here, so
Hello.
you did not miss anything.
Dope.
So as you all sign this contract at your separate times and then go off to do whatever else, Ian lets you know that there is a caravan coming in the morning, the very early morning, and you'll be taking that to go on the mission. And further explanation will accompany in the morning.
Duly noted. So I can fly around a little bit today if I wanted to. Gotcha.
Yes, yes.
I heartily greet you, Persis.
Hey, Crakus. Long time. How you been?
Oh, just waiting for the next kill.
Always savoring that kill. Good job. I've been goosing. I realized I could turn into a goose,
Goosing.
a swan, and I've just been flying a lot. It's been super fun. Like, you know, you can go really high. It's so fun. I'm super into it now.
What is your goose name?
I never thought about it. Just honk.
Well,
I just
everyone
honk.
has to have a goose name, yes?
Just call me Honk. It'll work.
Noted.
Dolph, with the thing, the book thing from the Seekers, I can get one book to take with me, right? I
Correct.
have like more shit. Okay, I need to go through the list.
Where on page is the list of those again?
You can jump to the Seekers Athenaeum page, or if that is difficult to spell, you can go to the Seekers of the Jade Oath page, and there's a link to the Athenaeum page on the right.
Okay.
If it's the library shit I liked on discussion, I think I'm gonna get Ceremonies of Grand Elemental Magic. Why? I don't know. It sounds cool.
Okay. That's a not particularly old book. It's a sort of academic tome written by someone that currently teaches. Or sorry, they used to teach. They now are doing something else.
I see. The mystery. That's it. I think that's it. I gonna just.
So does anyone have like anything specific that they want to get done the night before, or buying up potions or other equipment? You're
I don't
set
have
to
any
leave
money.
early morning, so
I don't think I have any money.
Yeah, I'll buy my 10 potions, and then is there any business left here? Is there any business left here? Can I go now? I want to fly. And then
you're all set.
I immediately wild shape into a swan.
Happy flying,
had-
honk.
Ha!
Who had
yeah,
the,
I
the
forgot that-
bones?
Huh?
We got like bones, big bones that we can give to Crakus at some point in the last adventure. Who had it?
I thought we were trying to find, but we didn't find anything worth taking, right?
Oh, might be this.
It might have been Zael that did it, actually. Malmac has not met Crakus, but also the one bone like that he took, the troll skull, you mounted onto a shield, so
Not your shield. It looks badass in my head.
it does look badass, but you cannot give it to anyone.
So
Oh, yeah,
if I want to get potions, do I get a discount for having empty potion bottles, like bringing my own bottles?
It's a refill.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm taking note of this one. That's a good business idea.
Yeah, no, let's shave 5 gold pieces off the price of any potion if you bring in a refill bottle.
Neat.
Expensive.
I want to
Really
procure
encourage
3 health potions to refill my 3 empty potion bottles.
Okay. Cure light wounds are 50 gold pieces. Cure moderate wounds, I think, are 300 gold pieces.
Fucking shit.
It always scares me. Always.
Yeah, it's a big step up, but it's a big step up in combat efficiency as well.
Nothing's efficient on me in terms of healing, so
Very true.
maybe I just
Oh,
won't even
yeah.
bother this time. I get a discount. That's fine. 150 minus 15, 135. I'll take 3 potions.
Okay. Arim, are you going Chronicler, or is that why you were asking about the books? Or are you still choosing?
I don't think I asked about the books. I think I'm gonna go Plainsmaster because I don't think there's one yet, and it
I'm the
also
same
makes
ones.
sense.
Oh, you were asking about the list of specializations, and I thought you were asking about books.
Yeah, I
Oh,
thought you was
okay.
asking about book too.
I mean, I was thinking about going Chronicler, but it sounds like a couple people have taken it already anyway, so. And they both kind of make sense for Arim to be.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Plainsmaster will be a fun one for this adventure.
Oh,
Okay, alright.
it's gonna be a fun one because it's gonna be totally useless. Haha, get fucked.
Gotcha.
Okay, so the night passes and morning rolls around. As y'all show up back to Kedwell, outside you're greeted by a caravan, 3 massive horses hitched up to 2 covered carriages and a small covered wagon, all strung together in a line. There's 4 people sort of puttering about the caravan, loading things up and strapping things in, making sure they're all ready for the trip. Among them is a fit, sort of mid-aged human woman wearing a sable fedora and leaning on a cane. She's wearing a brown vest and brown shorts, has lightly tanned skin and shoulder-length brown hair. There is also an old gnomish man wearing a gold and blue shawl. He has minty green skin with blue hair that's rapidly fading to gray. And he's got like a dark green tunic and blue, like light blue baggy pants on. There's also, standing in stark relief to these two, a massive Goliath man with a big gut that's uncharacteristic of his kind. Dusty gray skin, sparse dark brown patterning, and large glasses. He's got like light brown pants and a loose white shirt. And even more unusual, a construct, an auton, made of glass with iron joints and gray glowing eyes, wearing nothing but a blue sash across their shoulder.
Oh, interesting.
Elantra, you would notice that the shawl that the gnomish man is wearing is magical.
Oh, interesting. Can I tell him in the school?
Ian is also outside, speaking with the woman, coordinating things, making sure that they're all set to go.
Wait, Dolph, can we get the shit from the loot pile?
The shit from the loot pile. Oh, yes. Yeah, now would be a great time for people to figure out what artifacts you would like to bring along with you on the trip.
I'm gonna get the monocle.
What was the thing that tells you what things are?
That's
The
the
monocle.
monocle.
Okay.
I would like to wear, if it's all right with everyone else, the boots of the passenger.
Sure.
Yeah, I can't really wear too much. Well, at least magical item wise, because if I wild shape, it won't be useful anymore. So it's probably better on other people for reference. And for that, I'm out.
Can I also get the cape if no one gonna use it?
What's it do?
Cape? What cape?
Yeah, the one that you see and makes harder. It makes harder
Oh,
for people to find you.
Oh, that's
fucking...
not a cape. It's
a
a
sword?
vest. The Murine vest.
Can I use it?
If you do, you will not get the armor bonus for it because you were
Oh
already
no, I
wearing
should wear
armor.
that also, if anyone else... Right, because I'm the unarmored one of this gang.
Yeah. You take it, so you can take it.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Should we take the lantern too?
No, the lantern can walk, right? We cannot like. It needs to stand still, right?
Yes, the lantern has to remain in place in order for it to activate.
What if we put it on top of something that is moving and not the lantern is moving?
The funny thing about the way magic works is it doesn't give a shit about technicalities. So, no, I don't think that would work.
You sure?
Doesn't sound
Right.
any different than just carrying it. And it doesn't work when you do
Yes.
that.
No, because it will be like it's standing still but
Nope.
moving.
Nope.
Right. So really, it should never work because the planet is moving through the universe. But it seems to be relative to the planet that it's on. And a cart that is moving relative to the planet that it's on. So you see where the dilemma arises.
Don't planets relatively move very quickly through space?
Yes, quite.
So what?
Do we
what
know
about a
about
couple
that
of
on
miles an
fantasy
hour?
times?
I mean, I do. I'm a
Uh,
300-year-old elf who studied the cosmos and the planes.
Yeah, very educated persons would. Crakus certainly has enough time under his belt that he would have picked up stuff like that.
I read so hard I can do magic. It's
Same
kind of
with
a thing.
Elantra.
I read so hard.
I live so hard I'm the walking bones.
And I'm 12 years old.
And it shows.
Okay, so currently we have Elantra wearing the passenger shoes and the murine vest, and Ivette taking the monocle of the chemist. Is that correct?
Yeah.
As I'm rather vain, I'd like to sort of hide these things underneath my robes.
The vest will not function if it is covered.
Dadgummit.
You would get the armor bonus and nothing else.
Okay, fine.
You gotta look ugly. It needs to ruin the aesthetics, or else it doesn't fit.
Yeah, I mean it's an illusory effect, and it needs to be seen in order to be effective. So, there's also
a further illusory effectors over top of it.
There's also Giant Render and Kano's Vine Wrap, if anyone wants those. I think that's all you guys have.
There's also the sword, right? Oh yeah,
That's
you
Giant
said
Render.
sword.
Giant
yeah.
render.
I forgot the name of it.
I'll take the vine wrap, I guess, if no one else wants it. Could be useful.
I have my toy already. I'm pointing that shit at everything. I'm pointing that shit like to Crakus, and then I'm pointing it to Elantra, and then I'm pointing to Perses, and then I'm pointing to a tree, and then I'm pointing to.
You really are role-playing the 12-year-old quite well.
He's curious.
It's a big wide world. He hasn't had a lot of years to learn about it.
Might I suggest just a shit ton of books?
Isn't that heavy?
Ivette actually reads a lot too. So.
I'm basically a walking library, so just I wouldn't worry about it.
History textbook on legs.
Yes. But only one school of history.
Crakus, do you got the book that I tried to send it to you?
I vaguely remember this.
Yeah, it was a
Looking
book
through.
about that dude that came back. We found on the alchemist lab. When I
Oh,
stole
yeah.
a bunch of books, and then I'll tell Dolph that that one I would give it to you.
It's not in my inventory. I may have missed that.
I can pull that up real quick.
I have human leg bones.
It was like a memoir of a dead guy that came back.
The book is called Dead Men Tell Some Tales, Memoirs of
See?
the Resurrected.
That's beautiful.
See? That's beautiful.
When did that happen? I don't remember this.
When we finished fighting the thing that made us horny, it didn't because it didn't roll well, but it would. We all know we would. I started to like stealing books from the shelf, and this one was one of those.
All right. I've got it in my info now.
I have no idea what it is. I didn't read it. I read all the other ones.
Well, clearly, I didn't read it either, so I don't know what's happening with it.
Well, once everyone's gathered up, having taken whatever artifacts they're going to bring with them, you will be approached by the human woman. Are y'all the group?
Yeah, I point the monocle at her.
Okay, you hear in your mind, human woman.
That's what I thought.
My name's Lucy. Lucy Turnbull. I'll be driving your caravan, I suppose, on this trip.
I make a joke to Persis. If you team up with her and turn into a goose, you could be Lucy Goosey.
Oh,
I hate
sensible chuckle.
It's just
Sensible chuckle.
There should be plenty of space in these here caravans, but well, try and get comfortable. It's going to be a long trip. We got quite a distance to cover. Have they told you much?
Mostly, we just need to help you guys to get
They said-
this
They said you'd
bad
explain.
thing?
I think no is the answer, to put it shortly.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have available to you whatever information is on the contract that I posted,
yeah.
but whether your character read that or not is fully up to you. So
I stopped
I
reading
did.
after I saw
I'm
Ancient.
definitely read it.
I read it.
Yeah, I'm very curious about
Elantra is
what
quite excited
details
and has
are.
been studying through the night.
So a bit of like, I guess, quick overview for the people that did read it and might have done any extra looking up. You're going to basically to investigate a long lost structure that dates back to before the upheaval. So that means prior to Fae and Olog creatures even arriving on Enerdim, so that there were no elves, no gnomes, no goblins, no Goliaths, none of that. It was a mausoleum for the dead from one of the final battles of the last great Tauren War. The Tauren Wars were a number of like conflicts fought by the Tauren Ascendancy, a predominantly Minotaur society that predated the blight that wrecked their population.
This is like, it said like 3,500 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This shit is old.
Were
you alive
fetchlings even a
there,
race
Parker?
then?
Yes.
They
But
were?
they would have
Okay.
been a pretty young race.
Okay.
So the you don't actually know where you're going unless you would have done any reading into the Tauren Ascendancy or the last great Tauren War.
Can I just say that I did? Because
Sure.
Chronicle.
You're going south. The Tauren Ascendancy was strongest in the southwest. Well, not southwest of the continent, but southwest of the Tobin Kingdom, which wasn't a thing at this time, but to sort of place you in the modern map. So they held a chunk basically in central Dolrast, right above the mountain range down there. So the site would be somewhere down there.
Can I try to roll history to get an exact location, even though it may not be totally known by what we were reading?
Yeah, you can get like a best guess, certainly, if you give me a history check.
Okay.
Is there a map of Dolorest on World Anvil that we can look at?
Yes, if you go to the geography page, there's a work in progress map.
Geography.
Link is on the
Dolorest.
right.
That's sort of a poopy roll.
With a 19, yeah, you're not gonna be able to pinpoint the exact site, but you're pretty confident that it's going to be fully south of the boundaries of the kingdom. Probably it is in uncontrolled territory, so it's not going to be part of the Doloran Empire or the Vorndon Republic either. There's a little pocket of like independent lands between those three places. So that's like between the lake and the mountains, sort of on the map.
Is that like that swampland where I spent many of the last few decades?
This is a little west of the swamps.
Okay, cool.
So it's not too swampy here. You were more in the if you're in a swampy area, you were further east, closer to the river, or maybe the lake, or maybe on the other side of it.
Okay, cool.
So Lucy will sort of motion to get you guys loaded up in the caravan.
Is Percy's gonna be able to fit all right in this? This is gonna be cramped.
Yeah, he will be able to fit, but you probably won't want to be in the same carriage as the Goliath man. He's a very similar height to you. He's probably like 7'4". So two of you in the same carriage, maybe a little cramped, but these are big enough to accommodate him at least. So they would also be able to accommodate you.
So I want wild shape to fit better. I'll just okay. Sounds good.
Somebody's got a new class feature they're using all the time.
Can I climb on top of one of those?
Probably not. They're like canvas covered. It's not like a hard surface. I mean, it's kind of hard, but I don't know that it would support a person standing on it.
What if it's just
Even a
3 feet
small
tall?
person.
Okay.
Certainly not for the amount of time that this trip will take.
Just wanted to have like a veal spot, so I could point my monocle to shit.
Yeah, there'd be openings at the front and back, and probably a flap on either side that you could lift up to act as a sort of window.
How bumpy
Go
is
on
this
the
ride?
back.
I'm sorry, did you ask how long is the ride?
Bumpy.
Oh, how bumpy. It will vary. So once everyone gets loaded in, Lucy will go to the sort of driver's seat at the front of the first caravan, and will holler back, "We got a 6-day trip by my estimate, so hope you're ready." And then take off. So you're traversing a great distance. Some bits will be bumpy, some not.
Okay.
Probably during some of these days, going to shape and just fly next to it, get a better view of the top. But I guess we'll when something seems like it would be useful to do that, I'll probably do that. But
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to take a lot of stops unless anyone requests one. So I imagine anything that you could do to sort of stretch your legs will be good for you.
Arim is definitely playing cards in like the back. In like one of the wagons.
I point my monocle to the cards.
Okay, so I mean the monocle's just gonna tell you they're cards.
Just cards.
So if you bring out cards, the gnomish man, who at this point you guys I hope have introduced yourselves to, Alaric Inkspreader, he will like eagerly try and join on your game, whatever you're playing, or suggest a game that involves 2 players or something.
I was playing solitaire, but I use Mage Hand to deal out cards for a game of poker.
He will play with Mage Hand right back.
Awesome.
And
I'd
delight
like to also
in
play with Mage Hand.
Okay, yeah. He is having so much fun just mage handing with the 3 of you. You know, it's not often that I get to play games with those schooled in the arcane.
I'm not
Back
really
in my
schooled.
youth, I pressed my advantage. And I give no explanation to what that means.
Did what now?
I pressed my advantage.
Ivette, the monocle would correctly identify the spell as Mage Hand being a low level, arcane trick.
This adventure is the one that are gonna test the limits of this fucking thing.
We can tell. I'd like to cheat at the poker game using my prescience rolls.
I was
Okay.
just gonna cheat with sleight of hand.
I mean, they're also cheating with sleight of hand. They just have an advantage. Fucking give me some sleight of hand checks and perception checks to see if okay.
So that's the prescience roll. Let's
Right.
make the you said perception.
Yeah, sleight of hand to cheat, perception to detect other cheaters.
Jesus. This fucking game.
So that's if I use the prescience roll, it's a 26 as well. But I think I can keep the 19.
Wait, are you guys betting anything? Is there money involved? or
Presumably,
something?
right?
Presumably, like small amounts that don't really matter.
Yeah, small amounts to adventurers, but like like a week's wages to a commoner.
Yeah.
Like 1 gold. And
Yeah.
it's already a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean if you're betting just like even like 10 gold a hand, that would be a fairly high roll or table for the average person.
Rich as fuck.
A
Adventurers
blacksmith's apprentice makes 1 gold in a week. So when you haggle down 3 gold off a 10 gold piece item, that's like a month's pay for someone.
So with
I'm
those
getting
rolls, do we all know that we're cheating? Is that kind of what happened?
Yeah, I think everyone knows that everyone else is cheating.
No one says anything.
Well, I think Alaric is not cheating, but notices that you guys are. And he's like a little annoyed, but not annoyed enough to do anything about it or to stop playing.
Can I do a sleight of hand check to do a fancy shuffle on a hand and cheat for him?
Yeah. Okay, he does not notice. And then presumably he wins that hand.
Yeah, that was the goal.
Yeah.
I felt that.
See, I don't need to cheat to win. I'm just that good.
You are very good at cards.
If anything happens to this guy, I will kill everyone in this room and then myself.
I asked him where he learned to play.
Well, we gnomes, we play lots of games. I learned as a small child, I imagine, but, I can't remember who would have taught me.
No? Why not?
Well, it was many years ago, my young lad.
That's fair. That's...
At some point on this trip, the Auton, whose name is Etch, I think will approach Crakus and inquire about his past, where he came from. You're a sort of an unusual creature, and she is extremely curious.
Wait, she's a what?
She's an Auton made of
She's a
glass
fucking
and
robot?
no, an Auton. They're different.
What's the robot one?
Well,
Anyway,
I
keep
will
going.
regale her with my tale of existence, whether she believes it or not. So I'll just be like, a long time ago, my malefactor, and I'll like raise my fist to the sky, brought me back to life after a long and arduous death process, and now I scour the world looking for them. I don't even know if they're still alive.
As you regale her with this tale, the gray glow of her eyes gets like brighter at the the dramatic moments and the exciting moments of your story as she is raptly listening, and at some point probably takes out her notebook and starts scribbling down notes as she asks for like further specifics about your homeland, like where did you come from? How long have you been like this?
Let me pull out my character sheet data thing from World Anvil.
So what time of day is it right now?
To remember.
I presume like early in the day because we started early.
This is a 6-day trip, so I'm not trying to narrate the whole thing. I'm just any sort of scene that you want to have at any point during this trip, just let me know.
I see. I see.
I was once a warrior in Marathel, battling for the forces that I once thought were good.
Fascinating.
This is before the fall, of course. I've been around a long time, as you can see by my armor. And he like holds out his arms, making sure she sees like a good portion of it.
She'll hold out her own arm and compare side by side. They're obviously very different. Hers made of glass with iron joints and yours of bone, but they're probably at similar sort of width. She's pretty thinly constructed.
So it's like she's bones of glass, or is she like...
No, I mean, not... She's just like a, like a full person shape, but made of glass. So there's no, there's no skin covering or anything, but it's also not as disjointed as bones are. Like arms have multiple bits. I don't know how to describe it. She doesn't have like a rib cage of glass, for instance. She just has a solid chest piece of glass.
Well, I'll just be like, you have a fine carapace of glass.
Oh, thank you.
Perses, did you have something you wanted to do?
You just notice a goose in the carriage now. That's all.
Yeah, at a couple points during this trip, there's the familiar honking outside the caravan of a goose following along.
Yeah. That's all.
The Goliath man will keep mostly to himself, speaking infrequently and reading whenever he's got free time.
I think Elantra is trying to cast like a minor illusion spell, but keeps instead casting the Haunted Fey Aspect cantrip. So instead of like a small like wooden statue that looks like it's juggling, it's just like disturbing, insane Fey shit.
Are they doing this like in a corner on their own, or are they trying to show it off to someone?
They're just in a corner on their own, just trying to figure out why.
Oh, okay.
Am I in the same carriage as him?
You can be. It's a 6-day trip.
If I see that, I'm going in another carriage.
I'm out of here.
Making me uncomfortable. I'm getting out of here.
I would also be looking at some point for a guinea pig to try a spell on.
A literal guinea pig or a volunteer?
A volunteer.
I'm sure I'd volunteer if you asked me.
Dope.
Yeah, that would do it too.
let me hang on. I just need to look at the cool. Make a will save for me.
Okay.
That's a good start.
All right. Give me a second. Will.
Dope.
Christ.
Yeah, I'm not good at will.
Are you thinking?
I can't.
Okay.
I mean, no, you think.
I am not affected by mind affecting effects.
I'm going for it's detect thoughts.
Okay.
So in the first round, I get the presence or absence of thoughts.
Okay. How does that work, Kyle? I'm not affected by mind affecting effects, but I think.
You
Apparently.
have a brain?
You're not immune to mind affecting effects.
I'll
You
need
have a bonus on saving throws,
Okay.
I believe.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Because you do, I mean, you do have a quote unquote soul that's been given, placed back in your body.
Okay.
So you think, just not in the same biological fashion that you would have in life.
All right. So, all right, let's start over then. So I failed.
Yeah. So I can sense then you are thinking. It's many people. I would intentionally be coning this so I'm not just like hearing everyone's thoughts. I don't want to be invasive with it, but I do want to see how it works.
Okay. Yeah, you can definitely angle yourselves such that the cone blows out the side of the caravan and only catches Crakus.
I guess I would any ambient like squirrels or whatever, I might catch them as well. So then I get number of thinking creatures, and then I get surface thoughts. So I get the surface thoughts of everyone. But the save is so I can delve deeper if I'd like.
So surface thoughts. Crakus is probably analyzing your bone structure to see if he could probably fit some of your bones in his carapace if ever he needed to.
Okay, cool.
I
think that's probably would be.
That's
in
it.
The duration that this is happening, that's probably as far as I would go.
Okay.
Do you mind if I attempt to search deeper?
How deep are we talking?
Ooh.
Perhaps I could find a memory of an adventure you took with one of the Seekers. Nothing
Very
invasive.
well.
I just want
I
to
will
see how
think
this
of
works.
my last adventure.
Cool. So I would kind of, let's see. Creates will friends you from reading thoughts. Oh no, so I do just get surface thoughts. Okay. So yeah, so then I would just like see the memory, I guess, of dope. Cool.
Are we assuming the second time I just willingly let you probe my thoughts?
Yeah, I think so. Or I would still be concentrating on the same spell, so it would be the same thing.
I see. Okay.
Cool. Okay, dope. Now I know how that works.
All right. It's
Thank
funny.
you
I
very
almost took
much.
something that gave me a bonus towards divination stuff, but I didn't. Instead, I can swim better.
I love that there's a detect anxieties version and a detect desires.
Oh, that actually sounds fun.
Yeah.
At any point, the person is not a goose and he's just like chilling. I want to walk to him and ask about the last adventure. What you guys did was fun. I was supposed to go, but then boss was missing, and then someone had to take the reins. So I stand guard and was the boss for like 2 days. It was awesome. I went to a bunch of meetings. It's all bullshit, by the way. I went to a bunch of meetings. I made really important decisions.
Yeah, give me a bluff check for Ivette.
Where is it? Here.
Yeah, I mean, passive sense motive. Percy's easily sees through this.
I keep going. It was the most intensive 2 days of the ever lived. It was like the greatest adventure of a kobold and a pet turtle ever without leaving the building. That's the gist of it.
Are you talking to me, right? Are you talking to?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Percy's.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, I don't try and call him out on it. I'm just like, okay. Well, there was a lot of troll harvesting. Somebody was trying to set up some kind of weird troll farm, and we had a thing about that. It was a real moral.
Yeah, it was Molmok.
Fucking troll
He told
farm.
me the idea. I thought it was very smart.
A little unethical, though, don't you think?
What is ethical in this world, Perseus?
Not harvesting something
we're all
alive would be
killing each
probably
other
the first
for
thing.
money all the time. We even killed a guy that was already dead for money.
There is no ethical adventuring under capitalism.
I mean, I have some stuff from the cave that is not ethical that I thought about it. So he might not even think it's not ethical anyway.
Percy's just furrows his brows like, okay, well, I still think it's a little fucked up, so I'm gonna hold my stance on that. But
I understand how
Smart or
it
not.
could. I understand how it could be fucked up, but it's also what's the difference between farming a tree and farming an apple tree? Farming a troll and farming an apple tree. It's just meat farming.
one feels
just a-
pain.
It's just it. What? How you're sure that the tree doesn't?
I think I would be able, as a druid, I feel like I know that trees don't feel pain. Just a hunch. This is kind of my domain.
Also, this whole conversation, I'm like pointing the monocle at him, and then going back down, and then pointing at him again, and then going back down, and then pointing at him again.
I mean, the monocle will only say something the first time you point it at him, unless something about him changes, and all it will say is identify a Minotaur.
See, we found it out. We found something out. I'm discovering things about the Alexa. I hope you guys had fun. Molmok told me some stuff. Like, I know who Elantra is. I know who Arim is. And of course, I know who are you and Crakus because we killed the dead guy. But
Kill the dead guy.
yeah, it was a ghost who was dead already. It sounds fun. You guys sure get a bunch of money. Because Molmok even gave me some.
It was fun until we started getting royally screwed up by those things. Trolls hit hard. Just that's the lesson that we learned is trolls hurt.
Wait, really?
I
Molmok
almost died. I was definitely at death's door at one point, I think.
Molmok told me that it was easy.
Molmac was saying we were gods halfway through the trip and wouldn't stop even though we were getting mollywopped.
It looked fine for me.
I didn't. If you saw me, I did not look fine at one point.
His armor was prestige, not a single thing. Not a single scratch.
Well, I'll make sure that Molmec never becomes a medic then, because it's bad at assessing wounds.
That's it. I keep pointing my monocle to everything. Rendo rocks. If I point my monocle to Percy's why he's a goose, does the monocle say he's a goose or does the monocle say he's a Minotaur?
Let's find out.
That's a great point.
I wild shape into a swan.
That is a great point. I have to read Wild Shape real quick. Give me a second.
You want me to click it real quick on my guy? Would it be easier?
Oh, that'll do it. Yeah.
Ah, shit, I don't actually
Science!
have.
Functions like beast shape 1.
I would like
It's
to
not
fight it.
actually easily accessed in the spell thing, so let me just, yeah.
I
That's
would like
weird.
to point it
Roll
out
20.
that I love that Perses and Zahel just gave up on Ivette, so they never call Ivette out on their bullshit. He just lets Ivette do his thing. Last time was Zahel going, just let him go. It's easier. Why
Do they
this was
not
like,
call him out, or do they just ignore him?
yeah, it's fun. I like it. I just want to say it.
I put wild shape under your feats, not under spells.
Oh, gotcha.
I also had this amazing breakthrough in the 2 days that I was acting like a boss, that I like being a boss, and now I have like this thing that I want to open like a general store. I want to be a businessman. Kobold male figure. And if you start with me at the bottom, you might get your money back early.
So, as far as I can tell, there is no way to identify that it is a wild-shaped creature and not just one of those creatures without, like, I don't know, like trying to talk to it or something. So, if you point the monocle at goose form Perses, it'll identify a goose.
If it switches back to Perses, can he scan him again and get Perses again information?
If the monocle saw the transformation, then it would probably be able to identify that it was a wild shape happening, or at least some sort of polymorph happening. But if he sees them at either end point, it has no way of knowing that they were the same creature at any point.
Fascinating.
That's
What's
fun.
the
I love the
cooldown like?
notes. No dinosaurs.
There is no cooldown on the monocle.
Well, so like you said, like if you point it at Perses, it'll say Minotaur, and you point it at Perses again, it won't say anything unless something's changed. But like, what's the point
Yes.
where he's changed if he's wild shaped and gone back?
That's a good point. Does it
What am
say
I
that he's
really?
a-
Yeah, Delph. Come on, man.
What's the
We need to
internal
know.
cooldown when you're magical item?
You know, I'm
Dolph?
sorry, I didn't think about wild shape specifically when I was writing up this item.
I can't believe you didn't account for the inevitability of us finding some
Yeah.
bullshit.
No, this is good. I think at like
This is good. Your CRs are getting higher for every enemy.
no, I
Are
think
you
fueling
using
this
the
existential crisis. Every time you return from wild shape, the monocle re-identifies you as if you were a new creature.
Oh my god.
But
oh
still,
boy.
it still identifies you as a minotaur of whatever your age is. Like everything it tells you is exactly the same, or rather, everything it tells Ivette is exactly the same. But wild shape resets the cooldown, I guess, for the monocle identifying something.
Also, this is my headcanon. As soon as I start talking about opening a store, it's when Percy becomes a swan and goes flying.
Yeah, I picture like at some point you are like talking at the Goliath, who is fully just reading a book and not
yeah,
paying
I
much
pitch-
attention to you.
I pitch everyone the idea, by the way.
Just as you like go over all this stuff at him, there's just an occasional sounds great.
Wow, how'd you get my dad as a character?
The Goliath's name is Thorin, by the way. I don't think I introduced you all to him yet, but
Thorin.
I don't think
What are
so.
his thoughts on CS:GO?
Thorhan.
Oh, okay.
Watch Dolph just change the name mid.
His name is
Mid-session. His name is Bob.
Okay, so you guys make it through this trip. At some point, you arrive at a place called the Unresting Barrens, a stretch of plains where even the grass seems to struggle to grow. There's like very little tree cover or like bushes or anything else. There's very little like large wildlife. Once you start to pull into this area, Lucy calls up for Alaric and Thorin, and actually, I guess Alaric and Etch, because Thorin's not going to be climbing through these caravans. He won't move until they stop, and they'll start like cross-referencing their notes and their maps, slowing down periodically to try and make sure that they find the right location. Eventually, they stop, seemingly satisfied that they're at the right place. And Alaric begins unloading some things from the rearmost wagon, while the rest of the crew disembarks, stretching, finally free of their sitting position.
Wait, is this 6 days later?
Yes.
Shit. Sorry, I wanted to be able to read that book on the trip.
Oh, sure.
Just want to be able to have that knowledge.
Yeah, is the like bushes and stuff like degrading or whatever? Is that happening like within a day, or is this like casually happening over the trip?
Wait, I'm sorry, what? What degree?
I'm trying to see if I can get good berries at the end of this trip, so I could honestly just give him the Crakus, because they'd probably be better at healing him.
Interesting. How so?
It's 1 health berry. You eat 8 berries, so it's 8 health full, because it rounds to that. So you get 1 health each time.
Oh yeah, it is not affected by the halving that you're normally suffering with.
Nice.
But
Oh,
you'd have
that's
to
cool.
eat 8 of them to get 8 HP, right? So it's,
Okay.
you know, not great in combat, but out of combat, it's fantastic.
That's very cool.
Helps when there's a skeleton boy.
I believe the term is Skelly-mans.
Oh shit, my bad.
Spooky, scary skeleton.
What the fuck?
When suddenly the Reaper appeared.
Is there like a big open field where we are?
Yeah, it's a huge open area with very little growth. There's like patchy grass.
So it sounds stupid to roll for perception to see if there's shit coming at us, right?
You would see from very far away if anything was coming for you.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So I can't find if I wrote down some notes. I thought I had written a little bit more about what was in this book somewhere, so I can't link you to anything, unfortunately. But essentially, it's like a bunch of like compiled interviews with resurrected creatures. Some of them are like skeletal resurrected, others are, you know, like there's like a lich that is writing in some of this.
Ooh.
So there's a pretty wide collection, but it's you know, stories about how they, you know, came to become an undead creature and what their lives were like before that. So it's mostly fluff, but it's probably very interesting to you.
I suppose there's no tales in there about any specific standout Skelly boys.
I mean, none that are like renowned outside of the fact that they are undead beings. But there is a story of someone who fought in the same war as you.
Oh shit. Oh, that is a serious pique of my interest.
They would have fought for the other side. And it is
one of them.
it is unclear if they're still alive.
Okay.
Oh, they wouldn't be still alive. They'd be still undead, right?
Still unalive.
All right. Probably, although interested, Crakus is really looking for just one thing, entity, person, something. Not necessarily someone from his past, other than one person. But interesting, nonetheless.
Right. So yeah, this doesn't touch on any of the like. It doesn't speak with any masters of necromancy or anything like that who would have been capable of inflicting this status upon people.
One last thing I would like to do is I would like to make a spellcraft check to see if I've actually successfully gotten minor image down or if it still does weird shit.
Please. I think with a 15, you like barely get it.
Cool. Add silent image to my spell list.
Okay, so Alaric begins like he lines himself up in a particular direction. He's like counting paces from like a tree off to his side to make sure he doesn't turn incorrectly or anything like that. And then he starts forming symbols on the ground with grave earth and powdered bone. All the while he's referencing a thick old tome.
Can I read the runes? Are they runes?
They are arcane runes.
Can I try to see what they are because of the books that I read, and one of them is about runes?
You can certainly try and give me a knowledge arcana check. With an 11, you do not recognize these. They're not ones that you have seen before.
Too hard. Magic is hard.
Magic is hard. It turns out you have to study for a very long time to be good at it.
Are there any identifiable landmarks around us other than just being flat and desolate?
Not really. There's basically nothing here. You can see for a pretty long distance. It remains flat and desolate for a long while.
So
I think way off in the distance you can maybe see just the tips of the Taberna range of mountains to the south.
Interesting.
Or I guess southeast.
So other than the, I guess, biome that we're in, there would be no identifying features I could potentially see if I've been here before?
I mean, I think you would know if you'd been here before because this is, I mean, you know where you started this trip you know the direction you were traveling, and you know what
Yeah.
continent you're on. As far as having been here specifically in the course of fighting the war you were in, you would not have gotten this far into the continent.
Right.
But if you were here for any other reason before that, that's up to you.
Probably not.
The war you fought was much more. It was really just on the coast, the east coast of Dolrast, and a lot of fighting on Marathel, and
yeah, in the
naval
north.
fighting.
Right. Okay.
Can I try to ask to any of the 3 people that are with us if they ever try to open the thing? The structure supposedly contains the interior dead from the final battles of the last Great Aryan War.
So, crucially, there is no structure here.
Oh, we're going to pick it up.
So, Alaric is preparing some sort of ritual. And he spends
Oh, we're gonna summon
he
it.
spends an hour or 2 setting this up, making sure things are perfect. If
I'm
you
gonna keep my distance, by the way, because
Yeah, that makes
hears
sense.
magic in Great Tor, and he's gonna be away.
if you ask anyone about this, probably Etch would speak up.
We believe the Mausoleum is in a demi-plane. We'll need to summon it in order to enter.
Oh,
Summon it
that
from
makes a lot of
where?
sense.
From the demi-plane where it was hidden.
Arim is instantly
Does it have a
interested.
name? A characteristic?
Well, we don't know. We don't know anything about this plane.
Anyone can give me a knowledge planes check to see if they know what a demi-plane even is.
No, you'd think I would.
Can I do it because of Chronicle?
Wait, do I
just-
get a bonus for being...
everyone?
Oh, sorry, I double clicked. We can just take the first one.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna do it too. I read the book. Just not even with me.
Yeah, you do get your Planesmaster bonus to know things about planes.
Oh, I'm also a Planesmaster.
I just rolled because there's a book that is plain shit.
Yeah, Aram, I think you've heard the word, but don't know what it means, really. Elantra and Ivette both know that a demiplane is like a plane within a plane. So they're usually small, self-contained. They can have wildly different characteristics from the plane that they're in. But most of the time, actually, I think that's probably all Ivette knows. Elantra knows that most of the time they reside in either the ether or the astral sea. That's where most demiplanes are formed, because those are sort of the connective tissue of other planes. And they're often very difficult to access because you need to know like a lot of specific information about the demiplane that you're trying to get to. And it's not like a place that anyone would really know about otherwise.
Cool. I would explain that to anyone who asked.
I would definitely ask to learn a little more.
I will ask and pretend that I knew everything that you said. I already knew.
So with these symbols laid out on the ground in various dirt and powder, there's like bluish gemstones placed strategically. Alaric begins burning some incense and reading from this book aloud. He reads for several minutes and then closes the book and looks around like expectantly.
Um.
And then he pulls the book back open and starts hurriedly flipping through pages, like as if to check to make sure he did everything right.
If I point the monocle to the runes, can the monocle is the monocle saying like just they're runes, or can the monocle say what are they for?
Okay, if you point the monocle at the runes. Ba-ba-ba. Oh my god, I've started doing the Brennan Lee Mulligan's ba-ba-ba when I'm thinking.
To be fair, I've started saying dope, incredible
Yeah.
after anytime anyone does anything.
So the monocle doesn't give you a whole lot of information, but is able to identify that some of the runes are like it can pick out like 2 or 3 of them, and there's maybe like 7 here. That some of those runes are associated with interplanar communication or teleportation.
Can I try to examine the runes more closely?
Yeah. Knowledge Arcana.
Look at me rolling well on the wizard shit.
Okay. With a 26, I think you can identify pretty much like this combination of runes. It's not planar travel insofar as it's going to teleport any of you anywhere. And it's not really teleporting something else to here. It's more like activating a gate, an interplanar gate that already exists from that other plane to here. So it's like it's contacting a specific like spell effect that's already in place and activating it. And the interplanar aspects of these runes are to sort of find the gate in this demiplane.
Do I get the sense that the gate is one way?
No.
Okay.
It would have to be. Well, I guess it wouldn't have to be, but it seems likely to you that this same gate was used to send the mausoleum away.
I see.
So the mausoleum wasn't constructed in the demiplane. After several minutes of Alaric like flipping through this book and making sort of frustrated noises, going like, "No, that's right. I did it right." There's a sudden crack stretching across the sky, a brilliant flash of silvery light. Alaric tosses the book up in surprise. You're all blinded by this flash, and then there's a earth-shaking thud. The crack disappears just as quickly as it appeared, and as your eyes fully readjust, sitting before you is a large stone structure, almost pyramidal in shape, with a huge sphere at the back. And it is resting 250 feet or so away from you, just in this field, as if it had been here all along.
I'll start walking toward it.
Start clapping.
I'm actually gonna follow Crakus.
I'll walk with like an oblivious confidence.
We'll stay 100 feet away from that thing.
Oh yeah, I'm not moving. I'm clapping and looking.
The other 3 scholars will sort of help Alaric up, and like hand his book back to him and give him some like hushed congratulations, and will like anxiously gather their things and approach as well.
I guess he's never done this before.
I mean, do you want to ask him?
Great show. Seems like it's not your first performance. Yell back.
Actually, it kind of is. We uncovered this tome, pointing at the one he had been referencing, just a few months ago, and I've done a little bit of teleportation, but nothing this grand.
Nice. Impressive.
So the structure has a set of stairs running up to a single set of doors at the front. Sounds like everyone's going to approach.
Yep.
Yes.
I point my monocle at it though first.
Are there any symbols or emblems or anything on the structure or the doors or above them or whatever?
Ivette, the monocle simply identifies it as a stone structure. It can't tell what specifically it was for. As for symbology, you can't. There's nothing like very large that you can see from a great distance, but you might be able to see something once you guys get all the way up to the doors.
I thought we were closer.
Am I seeing anything with my perpetual detect magic?
I think you see the echoes of this huge tear that was in the sky. It's not active there anymore, but it was certainly powerful enough that you can see the remnants left behind. The structure itself, it doesn't give off anything.
Cool.
I will approach very slowly in the back though, and you just hear angry mooing.
Yeah, I'm behind Perses. I'm using
Nope.
Perses as cover.
I'm
Why am I-
approaching slowly, kind of trying to keep an eye out.
You're not the Minotaur who got wiped out by this magic. Why are you hiding behind me?
Cause I'm small and you're big.
I guess that makes sense.
I mean, if you want to try to hide behind me, you can certainly try. I don't think it's useful though.
No, I don't think that'd work.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, also my gun is ready. It's in my hand.
So as you guys climb the stairs and approach these double doors, these stone doors, there are carvings along the outside of illustrations of battle around the doorway. I guess piggybacking off of Ivette pulling their gun out, is anyone else weapons ready?
I won't ready quite yet. I want to use my hands and maybe feel around on some of these scrawlings and look for things.
Okay.
I think I'm ready to draw mine, but I don't have it out.
I'm honestly probably too shaken to think about it right now. Readying a weapon.
Crakus, I think from the sound of it, you reach your hand out to touch one of these carvings.
Yeah, pretty
and
much.
As soon as you do, the door slowly swings open in front of you.
Oh. Okay, now I'll draw my weapon.
I'm gonna send Dan the dancing lights at the door.
So as the doors open, you're greeted with a wall of darkness and a rush of cool, dry air, a stark contrast to the muggy heat outside. I think Dan sort of disappears into the darkness as y'all's eyes adjust, and then you hear the as braziers light with flame, and your eyes adjust. You can see Dan again. Dan being the dancing lights, for those that weren't at the last adventure when we met Dan. There are, so where there were carvings outside, like simple carvings on the walls outside of battle scenes, in here are brilliantly painted murals of battle scenes, decorating the walls all around you in stunning detail. There's a shining silver statue on either side of the room, each depicting different characters. A grand door lies directly ahead, and lining the center of the hall are 8 statues of various warriors of different races.
I guess I'm walking in.
Yeah, I'm going in.
After everybody else is in, he'll go in. Perseus will go in too. He will be the
After
last.
Perseus go in, I will go in.
Okay.
I was behind you.
Yeah,
This
you
is
were.
my favorite part of a Roll20 game where we role play out walking each square.
Percy's, give me a knowledge religion check.
Okay.
And Ivette, you can control your character. You should be able to walk in, yeah. Okay, with a 19, you recognize several of these statues that are running down the center of the wall, or the center of the hall. They are Adala's champions. These being, warriors of old. In the cases of these, very, very old. These are some of the first ones that appear in any of your, in any religious writings. And they are forms that that the god takes often in when appearing in visions or dreams or in form in front of people. There's a 2 human characters, a dragonborn character, a halfling, a dwarf. There's a minotaur, even a tiefling, a catfolk. All of these notably are, these are at least 3,500 years old. These would have been Atala's champions. They would have been dead at the time that this structure was built. So, ancient characters.
So I'll go up quietly and walk up, and I'll just start kneeling and bowing my head.
As you guys walk in, the scholars stay bunched at the door, some of them inside, some of them outside, carefully examining the carvings and murals, just taking it all in.
I'm going to inspect these murals.
I'm going to inspect them with my monocle.
Would I know who would have painted such things in that time? Like, was there some kind of renowned battle reenactment painter?
Give me a knowledge history check.
Hello?
Did you give me a knowledge history check?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I might not have held my push to talk. It's entirely possible I forgot to.
You definitely didn't.
Okay, my bad. I'm sitting here waiting for you to do it.
Never mind, I said anything.
Yep, Crakus does not know. A little early for you,
Okay.
historically.
Makes sense then.
One thing you do notice as you examine the murals is they are in incredible shape. It appears as if they have not. They've been well kept, at least. I mean, there's obviously no sun damage. There's no windows in here or anything like that. Nor was there a sun, really, for them to make use of windows. But and I guess something everyone would notice is it's not. I mean, for an ancient structure, it doesn't have that sort of like musty, dusty quality that you would expect. Arim, that statue has a plaque underneath it.
Can I try and read the plaque?
You certainly can. Written in common underneath it, it identifies this as the Lady of Graves, and the plaque is like a simple prayer entreating her to protect the dead interred within.
Do I know how old how old a language common is? Is it pretty old?
Yeah, common is incredibly old.
Okay, so this is not like a recent note that's been added by someone, like it's been reopened
Right.
since.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does this other statue on the right also have a plaque?
It does. This identifies. So actually, I should say the statue on the left was of a like lithe woman in flowing garments. A little difficult to tell what race specifically, but maybe human, but a little different. There's no like skin color or hair color to play off of, so it's a little hard to tell. The statue on the right is of a halfling man, and the plaque underneath it identifies it as the warden. And it has a similar prayer in common, asking for his blessing in guarding the boundary of the structure itself.
Do I have any idea what this figure might have meant in the time it was built?
Give me a knowledge religion check.
Could it be history?
Sure. Okay, so with a 22, you are able to connect the dots. Warden is one of the aspects of the god Kavach, who often is portrayed as a halfling man. And so this would be, it's a little unusual for it to be called upon to protect a structure specifically. Usually he's more associated with guarding a community of people, their homes, small villages and stuff. But this usage of him to guard places was a little bit more common in ages past than it is now.
Cool. Is anything in this room magical that I can see?
Give me a perception check.
Man, I can't wait to roll a bunch of nat ones when we get into combat.
Okay, as you cast your eyes about the room, with a 20, you can see the slightest hint of aura about these 8 statues running down the center of the room. And just as you notice that, huge stone bars slide across the massive doors at the far end of the room. The entrance you all came through begins to close. The scholars huddled about the front door look around, cry out, and rush to escape the room. Thorhan, already on the outside, tries to pull, successfully pulls Alaric through. And Etch is able to pull Lucy through. The scholars get out as the doors close. Then there's a loud rumble and a sound much like when the mausoleum was initially brought here. And then the creak of stone rubbing together, accompanying the ground shaking in time with loud pounds as these 5 of these statues step off their pedestals and ready their weapons. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Hell
Alright
yeah.
then.
All this thing
There it
started
is. Lowest
to happen
roll of the day is the
Fuck's
initiative roll.
sake.
while the noises and shit start to happen. Can I roll a stealth check to hide?
Nice, Perses.
Yes.
Here we are again.
Ha!
Wait, you saying we can
Fuck
raise
you.
stealth?
You guys do have some time to you're not like fully surprised by these statues. It takes them some time to step off the pedestals. So if anyone is going to try and hide or take an alternative position, you do have a little bit of time to do that.
I'm
Definitely gonna
done.
try and hide.
As I get this initiative stuff set up, I'm also going to take a leak and refill my water, so I invite you all to do the same.
I'm
gonna
gonna
grab
hide
some
behind this post.
I don't think I
Yeah,
can refill your
I'm
water
gonna
for
do
you, Dolph. That doesn't seem physically
Yeah, that
possible.
doesn't seem. Also, taking Lake with you, I don't know if you're there yet. We might be.
Glad we could stretch this joke out while everybody went in.
I want to go get some water myself here. Man.
So welcome to this episode of the When the DM Goes to Be, the podcast. I'm your host, Welby, and we're here to talk about trees. Trees are cool. They help cleaning the oxygen, and the people need oxygen to live. The world is the world is dying. We're gonna all die. The trees are very cool. They're pretty. They're green. Some of them are green. Some of them are not. They're plural. They have all the colors and all the sizes. It's great. Trees are great.
I'm back.
Hi,
Hi.
you're on the When the DM Goes to Be podcast. I'm your host, Welby, and we're talking about trees.
About trees? What about trees?
Yeah. I have no idea. What do you say about trees?
What's your favorite tree?
My favorite tree is the big ones.
Because when you invited me here, you told me I would be giving the interview.
Oh, wait, what?
How much marijuana did you smoke?
I'm the I'm the host.
Yeah, but you told me I would be giving the interview when you invited me.
Yeah, okay. You can start the interview. Let's start it again.
Okay.
Okay. You can change the subject if you want to.
No, trees is a good subject.
Oh, okay.
What are we talking about? Trees?
Yeah.
Welcome to the When the DM Goes to Pee podcast.
This episode of When the DM Goes to Pee podcast is brought to you by Amazon Prime Gaming. You too could use your Amazon Prime account to link to your Twitch account and get one free Twitch subscription per month to your favorite streamers such as Welsh Grey, Ninja, Dalf32,
Hashtag
or
ad.
Paddock
Hashtag sponsored.
_. I use my Twitch Prime subscription every month to get Moon 2 Spin to keep up with all the latest pastas and spaghettis in chat. Use code DALF32CHAMP for 32% off your first order of Twitch Prime Gaming subscription Amazon.
You also get like drops for your favorite games, such as FIFA 21, Legends of Runeterra, League of
FIFA
Legends,
22.
and Genshin Impact. I actually use those ones. You also get shit for Grand Theft Auto. And
Old
for
school
Destiny 2.
RuneScape.
What about old school RuneScape?
Angry Birds.
It's part of
Look,
our. We're doing an ad read.
Welcome to the When the DM Goes to Pee podcast.
I almost have a max character on old school RuneScape.
That's
Fun fact.
unreasonable.
It's almost.
The DM's here. The DM's here.
Shit, end the podcast.
I've been listening to this whole podcast. It's my favorite podcast.
Find us, follow us on Spotify, add us to your CSS feed, download the .wav file of this podcast off my shady 90s website, give us a review on whatever Apple uses. Is it still iTunes? I don't think so.
Podcast app.
We'll be back this same time, same great place, same great channel, next Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
Amazing.
Twitch.tv/Dal32
Thanks.
subscribe.
I love that.
Podcast within D&D sesh. I like it.
Okay, is everyone back?
I hope so.
Roll call.
Rob here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
I don't know if James is.
Welcome to the When James Goes to Pee podcast.
This episode, Minor Illusion. How minor is it?
Extremely, it turns out.
We're going to break down for you the history of the Minor Illusion spell, which doesn't actually exist in Pathfinder, it turns out. That's a 5e spell. There's just Silent Image for this one.
We're branching out?
Oh yeah, they consolidated some of the illusion spells in 5e.
We're branching out. Now we covered Pathfinder and 5e. That's insane. And only our
Truly, we have cornered the entire RPG market.
What are these
Yeah.
little like tick marks on the map?
Oh, those are Dan.
Oh, Dan's spread out.
Yeah, Dan's 4 dots right now.
He got scared and then just poof.
Is everyone
It seemed more
in?
useful to have more light.
Is everyone in the positions that they want to be in?
I
Yeah.
probably would back up here.
I mean,
if I can.
no, but I didn't think I could take more than 1 turn's worth of movement, so...
Correct. You could take 1 turn's worth of movement from where you were previously. So
So actually, I could probably make it to this corner and be slightly more meat
I'd
shielded.
actually probably want to be hiding behind this one then.
Yeah. So these are like.
Oh, they're not very tall.
Yeah, these are like 2-foot high pedestals now that the statues have
okay.
stepped off of them.
Alright.
These ones that still have statues there. I mean, there's a full ass statue there, so you
Okay,
can
yeah,
hide
no,
behind
just
that.
dip
These
this.
oh, those are the boots.
Those
You
are the
pick
boots.
a lighter color.
I wanted to
Not even
be blue
seeing
for
it.
Sonic.
These braziers are on
Gotta go fast.
like 5-foot high columns. And they're, like 1.5 feet wide, so you could hide behind one of those as well.
Wait, did you say there's a circle for the boots?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
Maybe you have to add it.
Now
to
you
my
can
to-
see it.
Yes,
now we
now I
can see it.
Yeah, I have to control the visibility. Are we still down one Crakus?
I think so.
Welcome to the second episode of When Crakus Goes to Pee.
This time, we're going to be covering Prestidigitation. Is it one spell? Is it many? That depends on your world building. Let's talk more about this after a quick word from our sponsors, Geico.
I'm back.
There he is.
That was a
And the
that was a
podcast.
small. That was a small one. That was a short episode.
Yeah, welcome back. The only thing you missed was me explaining the heights of things. These little platforms are only like a foot or two tall now that the statues have stepped off of them. The 3 that still have statues on them, you could hide behind, and these braziers are on like 5-foot tall columns. You could hide behind those as well.
And the aura?
The aura is for the passenger shoes that Elantra is wearing. If you start a move inside this aura, it increases your base speed by 10 feet.
Ooh.
It does not increase the base speed for the wearer of the shoes, which is Elantra at
It
this point.
also works on the enemies.
It does also work on the enemies,
Provided they have
Oh.
2 legs.
provided they have 2 feet, correct.
How did they know that they can move more?
They don't, I mean, when you're
It's a
walking
feeling.
in real life, you don't stop after 30 feet because your turn is done. You just keep going. A turn is an
I
abstraction.
What?
If you found
Well,
yourself
that's
suddenly
you.
moving faster than normal, you would just move faster, right? You wouldn't be like, I'm not supposed to go this fast and slow down.
Say it for yourself.
I actually
Okay.
have that I'm not supposed to go this fast thought quite a lot.
Well, if
Mostly
you're in the
'cause
middle of a
people look at
fight,
you
I
funny
don't.
If, you, like,
If you're in the
walk
middle of a
fast.
fight, I don't think you would have that thought. I think
have
you'd
the
be
I'm not
continually
supposed to
wishing you
go.
could go faster.
I have the I'm not supposed to go thought, and it ends right there. I'm not supposed to go.
I'm not supposed
But anyway, we have a fight to do.
Oh yeah, that's important.
So these statues having stepped off of their platforms and readied their weapons, begin turning their heads around the room to identify, where their enemies are. I will make sure that they can actually see the people that I want them to hit. 1435. Ain't no one seeing Ivette.
Hey, yeah, I'm gone.
Ivette, are you a small size?
Oh, I didn't put their perception on
Yep.
here. I'll
Okay,
have to
so you have
calculate
more
it
stealth than
like
me,
a
that's-
noob.
Surprising. But that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
3
small
feet
gives a bonus
tall.
to stealth, and I think Kobold does as well.
Yeah, I think it
that's
stacks.
fair.
Yeah.
That's a lot of shit stacking.
I didn't know they stacked shit that high.
I'm 3 feet tall.
Okay, so one of my friends gets to go first, and then Elantra, you're coming up next.
Do the 3 people that with us, do they have little tokens?
They do not, because they all got out.
Oh, they're not fighting?
They're not even in the room.
I see,
They gone.
I see. Bunch of pussies.
There was a chance that they wouldn't get out, but they rolled well to escape. So 2, 3, 4.
Wait, did the door lock to us here?
The door closed.
Oh yeah.
There's a whole earthquake about it, remember?
Mm-hmm. Okay. This one statue walks over towards Crakus, the nearest identifiable target. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, towards Elantra. It rolled real shit on its perception. It doesn't see
no.
you, Crakus.
What?
You rolled a 4.
Okay.
And it hefts a heavy pick. 16, I think, hits.
Yeah.
And it like mechanically sort of like rotates its hips in an awkward fashion to bring this pick down across your shoulder for 9 piercing damage.
Ow.
Oh, that's
So
like
almost half your HP.
Ooh.
yeah.
Oh no.
Did I roll for new HP already?
Yeah, you were at like 16 last
That's
adventure or something like that.
Yeah. I'm a wizard.
Yes, unfortunately.
Cool.
Wait, let me check if I update that too.
And I need you to make a will save. Okay, you are fine.
That doesn't
Cool.
sound good for me.
That doesn't sound good at all. I don't like this.
Oh shit!
But Elantra, fortunately, it is your turn. You've just been struck by a statue.
Prescience.
Nice.
Because we're in a I've slept well, I'm remembering things today. We're not gonna forget to use our class features. What kind of action is that? That's a free action. What action are you? That's a standard action. What other tricks do I have up my sleeve?
Sort of short on movement space. You can't. There's nowhere you can really
Yeah.
5-foot step that would help you. You could withdraw though.
I mean, I could probably take another hit. I'm sure they rolled max damage on that 9, and then I'm not going to take any more damage.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, I think. Remind me how withdraw works again.
Withdraw is a full round action that lets you move twice your speed, and you do not provoke from the first square that you leave.
Can I stand in this space, in this sort of next to this brazier?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna 5 foot. Yeah, I'm gonna 5 foot step back. And then I'm going to cast. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Levitate on myself.
Okay.
And I still have a move action that is not my like walking, right? So I can still levitate myself up.
Correct.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna go the full 20 feet up in the air.
Okay.
let me
Yeah,
set
these
that
are
as-
very high ceilings in here, so you've got plenty of headroom to go up. And if you go, hit 2 when you're hovering over that wing icon.
Nope. Stop it.
Yeah. So at 20 feet up, you are well above the height of this statue.
Cool.
I didn't know you could do stacks of those icons.
Yeah, you hit a number when your mouse is hovering over one of them, and it'll put that number
Oh.
there. So
That's awesome.
yeah, well, we're using it for flight, so it's 1 for every 10 feet, so that's 20 feet.
I have to remember that.
Fantastic. That's your whole turn, yeah?
You need a weave touch roll.
You're right, I do. Okay. Arim and Ivette on deck.
Yellow dot is hasn't gone yet, so I could get sneak attack on it, right?
Correct. Pink is the only one that is gone.
Okay. Let's see if I can 5, 10, 15, 20. I can move one more and not be attack of opportunity because I haven't left, right?
They cannot take reactions until their
Oh.
turn has come up.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go here and I'm going to stab him. Let's see.
Okay, this is a sneak attack. Give me that fat damage. Or
It's not. Or it's
or
a big
miss.
miss.
Yeah, your dagger clinks harmlessly off of the stone.
Excellent.
I mean, you did say give me the fat damage, and the damage was big.
The damage.
The
is
damage
big, but
was
the-
big. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
you got to hit first.
Oh. Oh, one's hurt.
Deeply unlucky.
Got that one out of the way. So that's it. I guess I'm done.
Yeah, I bet that brings us to you with Percy's coming up eventually after that.
No, if no one,
Eventually, after that, oh no.
if the, if the
Oh.
pink
Not even the
one
worst of it.
doesn't know I'm here, can I get shift sneak shot on him? Oh,
Yes,
if
you could
he-
sneak attack any creature in range of you
Okay.
because you're fully hidden and the other 4 haven't gone yet.
Do I have line of sight to the pink one?
Yeah, you could peek around the that column that the
I'm
brazier's on.
gonna do that, and I'm gonna shoot the pink one with my pepper box, then shift shot, and then I have to roll for my sneak shot because I have 2 of those.
A 14 does not actually hit.
Damn it! Wait, not even with like touch armor shit.
Oh, yes, that's a good point. Against touch AC, it absolutely fucking hits.
Nice.
Yes, you are within 30 feet, so you get your attacks resolved
Oh.
against touch AC.
What? Okay.
For wait, what's is this the your shift shot bonus damage?
Yeah, no, there's like shift shot that you get from like having. There's shift shot and there's sneak shot that I get on level 4. They're 2 different things. The sneak shot is like 1d6 and it works exactly as like sneak attack, and the shift shot is 1d6 that doesn't scale.
Where are you seeing the extra sneak attack thing? Is it a deed?
Swashbuckler, Pathfinder.
You're not
No,
a
it's not
swashbuckler.
I'm a.
You're a
something,
gunslinger.
but- yeah, but the thing,
The deed.
the archetype. It's bushwhacker. It's not swashbuckler.
You've been spending too much time with Bond.
Bushwhacker.
Ah,
yeah,
okay. Yes, I see. Okay, I understand now. Shift shot requires grit. Sneak shot does not.
Yeah.
And they stack. So okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. So that's 10 points of damage.
Nice.
As your bullet connects, you see it does tear away a chunk of stone, but it does not do quite as much as you would expect it to.
Can I hide again? Can I roll another stealth check?
Yes.
I
Okay.
have a plus 16 on stealth.
That's pretty goofy. My turn now.
Uh-oh.
This dwarven statue wielding a hammer creaks its way forward and takes a big swing at Arim. That's a 12, which I think is not, probably no.
Not.
Fuck.
Oh, and you can't catch me flat-footed anymore either.
Correct. You are invulnerable to flat-footed now, right?
I am.
Was it level 4 shit?
Yeah. Okay. The Minotaur statue wielding a long sword comes up at you. And is going to also take a swing. That's a 23?
I mean, a 23 will actually hit.
Yeah, there we go. So this one catches you while you're dodging the Warhammer swing. And the blade comes down across your armor for 11 points of slashing damage. Yeah, I got to do it to you. This other statue, I almost said final, but yellow hasn't gone yet.
I was sort of wondering if you'd do this, and yep, you did.
I did. Yeah, I can and will.
You told Dolph that you need to leave early. He's gonna kill you first.
All right, can you go 2 out of 3? Let's see.
So this one's a tiefling wielding a battle axe. That's gonna threaten a critical hit against you. So,
fuck's sake.
14 doesn't confirm, though. I assume.
A 14 absolutely does not confirm.
Okay, so it is going to hit you, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one, like right after you get hit by the longsword wielding one, this one comes in and catches you in the rebound, knocking you back in the opposite direction for 11 points of slashing damage.
Wait, a second. Okay,
A second 11.
Okay.
And that's going to bring up Percy's turn. Yeah, your ally Arim has just been surrounded and walloped.
Important
All right.
question. Is the Tiefling statue hot?
I mean, that's up to you. It's a statue of a person who lived maybe like 4,000 years ago.
All right, I'm going to wild shape now into a Wolverine.
Fantastic.
And I sent you a picture if you need one off the top of your on Discord, but if you have one on deck, there you go. But I don't know how pawn making is in Roll20, so or picture. But you can just say I'm a Wolverine. But
That's a standard action to wild shape?
I think so.
Percy becomes Australian.
I think it says as the beast shape spell, which is a standard action, so I assume so.
Well, this isn't good.
And before I do that, I say 1 tap equals no, 2 taps is yes.
All right.
Okay, you still have movement.
Yeah, I am going to, as a Wolverine, go up to. Holy shit! I just lost my tab. Hold on a second. Just gonna go up here. I know I can't attack, but at least I'll try and threaten. This is a Wolverine. There you go. That's the end of my turn.
Oh, I'm sorry. I need Arim. I need you to make. My bad.
Oh no.
2 fortitude saves
Oh no.
from those attacks that hit.
This is way worse.
Isn't it? Okay, you save both of them. You're fine.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, you should be able to move that Wolverine around. If you want to like swap it in for Percy's and move him off map.
Yes.
I was not expecting that.
I want to build up a library of wild shapes. So
You can definitely offer pictures if you would like them.
I got one locked and ready for Goose. So just let me know
Yes.
if you want to be a Goose.
Fantastic. Hey, well, I wanted to be a goose here, but inside it's not as useful, so I'm just gonna
Yeah. All right, so that's going to bring us to the last Mausoleum Guardian, and then Crakus is coming up, pulling up the rear.
Mm-hmm.
This one, this yellow one, is the Catfolk, and it is going to.
Oh my god, it's Taco.
Yeah, it can't see Ivette. It can't see Crakus. It can't reach Elantra. It's not interested in Percy's, or it doesn't seem so, and it is going to attack Arim again. 10.
A hit? No. Look, you've got me pretty good.
I have, but I could have killed you, and instead I missed a bunch of times.
Hey, maybe I should have popped my shadow duplicate. Maybe.
Oh yeah, you have that.
I mean, you lived.
Yeah.
That it is not going to move though, so that's going to make it Crakus' turn. Elantra coming up soon after.
Question: if I were here, wait, where's my pinger? Here it is. If I were up here, would I be able to hit yellow? Or are they too low? Because they're also a catfolk, and they're also.
Oh, I mean, catfolk are plenty tall.
Okay.
They're in the like 5-ish, 5.5 foot range.
I say catfolk. I'm thinking Eugene, who's like an actual cat. So.
Oh yeah, an actual like. Yeah,
Okay.
an awoken cat. Yeah, that platform is only like 2 feet tall, so you can easily hit any of these statues from there.
Okay, I'm gonna shift up there.
Okay.
You want me to roll anything for that, or can I just like?
Nope,
jump
you can
up?
5 foot step up there, no problem.
Okay. Catfolk is getting a cleave to the head. Although didn't see me, but am I still sneaking, or would I have to roll again?
You are hidden from this catfolk. You're fine.
So sneak attack.
Yep.
Thank you. Very good description of my sneak attack. I don't know.
You
where I
should
would-
have an attack for it.
Oh, my main has it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Nice.
Oh yeah, 18 hits for sure.
Okay. That would be 11 slashing horizontally.
Fantastic. So you also notice you're definitely able to cut into this stone, but it doesn't do as much damage as you would want.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Certainly not as much as you would get were this flesh.
So either they are
well.
DR physical or they are just invincible, and there's some other mechanism.
But as you bring your greatsword, that's what you use, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Your greatsword down across this thing, you can cleave off like a chunk of shoulder.
Okay.
For sure.
So maybe we ought to just focus on immobilizing them.
Okay, Pink gets to go again. It cannot hit Elantra, its last target. But Crakus has revealed himself, so it's gonna take a step forward and level its pick against you. 21?
Oh, fuck off. Yeah, you hit. Barely.
Okay,
I love the
it
reaction.
thrusts its pick into you, and it like punctures a bit of your armor, but doesn't really catch you very well. It's 10 points, but it's piercing damage, so you cut 5 off that
Interesting.
because you have DR5 bludgeoning.
Okay.
This is the first time you've been attacked physically by something that wasn't doing bludgeoning damage. Every other time, it just happened to be bludgeoning damage or swarm damage.
I was wrecked last campaign.
Yeah.
Even in the last like fluke fight, the first person was using their fists.
Oh, yeah, you went to the 1v1.
Yeah.
And they're bonking
The
each
punch
other
out
in the
with
head
Fida.
until it was over.
Okay, but that's all that one is going to do, which brings us to Elantra with Arim on deck.
Okay.
Your friend has been
here's-
swarmed. What are you gonna do?
Do I think that I could kick off this wall I'm next to and be floating above where Crakus is?
I would say you could make a strength or acrobatics check to determine how far you go, but you can absolutely use your movement to kick off this wall.
Before I do that, Arim, do you have evasion?
When the wizard asks if you have evasion.
I don't like where this is going.
I do.
Also, do I think these statues would take damage from fire?
Give me a
These
knowledge.
could be unrelated questions.
Give me a knowledge arcana check.
Damn.
I've rolled really well to know things today.
That's good, because this is going to save you a lot of heartache, I think. With that 24, you recognize the manner in which these were constructed. They are fully immune to any spell that allows spell resistance. So if it says spell resistance, yes, they just don't care about it. They are vulnerable to a couple of specific spells. Things that change the form of stone will affect them differently. But anything that says spell resistance, yes, they shrug off completely.
Okay.
Very important knowledge check right there.
Fuck. Okay. Fuck me. What can I do? Do you have? Yeah.
Kick them. Beat at them.
Man, I'm really regretting having comprehend languages prepared. Shit, dog.
Shit, dog.
Fuck me. Do you have
Um,
spell resistance? Yeah. Fuck. Okay.
give me a perception check.
Sure.
Okay, from your elevated position, you can see that those stone bars that slid across the door, the opposite door, have writing on them. You can't read it from back here, but there's something written on them.
Okay. God damn it. Do I use my other second level slot today? Yeah, I think you're fucked if I don't. I'm gonna cast first I'm gonna do my prescience roll. Then I'm gonna cast Embrace Destiny. And let's roll my d20 for that. So I'm gonna take the my prescience roll for my Embrace Destiny roll. Or
Oh, clever.
wait, hang on.
That would mean you could keep that 16 for 4 levels or four rounds.
Yeah, I just don't know if I want to give, because I can give this one to other creatures, right? Like I can give this to any roll. It doesn't say it has to be mine. So I'm wondering if I give this to Arim, or if I give the 4 to someone attacking Arim.
God, Wizard is so big brain. I'm lost already.
Well, there are more attackers than there are Arims, so
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing is, if you give it to Arim, it doesn't help him avoid damage.
Yeah, I was
Unless it's
thinking,
a
like,
saving throw, right?
or like an acrobatics check to get away.
Fair.
Oh, I'm gonna be doing some acrobatics.
Yeah, I think I'll have the 16 to give out. So that's my
Okay,
yeah,
so
that's a standard
for
action.
4 rounds, Arim, you have a 16 that you can throw out in place of any other roll. This is, you can use this after you roll something else, right? Yeah, replace a roll that has already been made. Yep.
Yeah. I'm not gonna technically give it out until somebody needs it, though, in case Aram rolls like 4 natural 20s or whatever.
Okay, then yeah, then Elantra has a 16 that you,
yeah, but I've got
you
a
can
16 to
pass
give
on.
to somebody.
Gotcha. Cool. So that's your standard. Do you want to move anywhere?
I'm going to float another 20 feet higher.
Okay.
Or as close to the ceiling as I can get. If I'd be hitting the ceiling at that point.
Yeah, I think at this point you are at the ceiling.
Cool.
Like comfortably at the ceiling, so you can touch it probably.
Cool.
Okay, Arim, you're surrounded. You're beat up.
Can I 5-foot step onto this?
Yep.
I'm gonna 5-foot step onto that. And then I want to keep going that direction and do an acrobatics roll to try and avoid being hit.
Okay, so you cannot move in the same
Wait.
turn that you 5-foot step. So if you want to
shit,
move
okay.
further, you have to make a withdrawal action, which is a full round, which means you won't get a standard if you're doing this.
Okay, that ruins my plan. Okay.
Or you can do a normal move and make multiple acrobatics checks.
ooh.
I mean, I do have a lot of acrobatics.
And you go half speed with the acrobatics checks or full speed, but the check is harder.
I'll go half speed acrobatics.
Oh man.
I mean, it's better than standing where I'm standing.
Yeah, but you could withdraw without taking any damage.
Well, the
No, you
withdrawal only
can't.
protects from this first square.
Right, but like,
It would
No,
still
but
provoke
that
here.
would get me to
Move there.
here, and then I would be hit by blue and pink still.
Oh shit. No.
Well, you could withdraw to this pedestal and then continue running, and you would only provoke from blue.
That's true. All right.
And you can still acrobatics check for that space. Or alternatively, you're making 2 acrobatics checks. to do the
Yeah,
same.
I'll do
movement.
that. I didn't really want to give up my standard action, but I'll do that.
Okay,
Oh,
then
hmm.
I need one acrobatics check as you leave Blue's threatened area.
All right.
Okay, you're fine. You dodge their swipe.
Whew.
And I still have movement, right?
Yeah, that
Off of-
one space was half speed.
Okay.
But if this is a withdraw, you can move double your speed. And you get your first movement has the bonus from the shoes. So
Okay.
you got tons of running room.
We're just gonna go back here. And I'm gonna stop there.
Okay.
I
As
don't have
you
an action to drink a potion, right?
no, not this round.
Okay.
As you get over here, and you reach the statue. You do notice that writing I was talking about on the bars that crossed the doorway.
Oh, okay. What does it say?
So there are 3 bars. The topmost one says War's Champions. The second says Strike Down War's Foes. And the third says Return to the Infinite Battlefield.
Huh. Okay.
I
Don't think I'm in a position to like shout that to anyone.
Theoretically, you could shout it and people would hear it, but yelling is a free action.
Oh, okay. Then I'll do it just in case.
In theory, you could scream the entire combat.
You could, yeah. You could just
Did
yell
that
the
on
whole
the first-
time.
Yeah, I did that on the first adventure.
True.
That's-
Forgot about that.
My entire plan now is to go invisible and just start screaming.
That kind of defeats the purpose of invisibility, though, doesn't
It
it?
does.
It gets people confused, though.
Ivette, you are currently hidden behind a brazier.
If I'm hidden and they have no idea where I am, is it like a shift shot shit again?
Yeah.
Is the yellow one hurt at all? Is the yellow one or the pink one hurted more? I think they're about the same, right?
Yeah, they're very similar.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the pink one again. Wait, let me just get my cat out of my table. Okay. Plus 8d6. Roll 1d6.
Big damage coming out from the gunman. Yeah, your pepperbox blast rings out through the halls, echoing off the stony walls as you.
Oh my god, it's so much noise.
Yeah, as you puncture a hole through. You said pink again?
Yeah.
For 13 points of damage, reduced to something.
And then I stealth again on the same fucking place.
What are those little white marks everywhere?
Those are my dancing lights.
Okay.
That's Dan.
Yeah, so I mean, this room is well enough lit by the braziers, but Dan's hanging
Dan
out
is-
anyways.
Dan is part of the family, okay?
Okay, my turn.
Fuck.
No, it's
Um,
not. You're lying.
Hmm. Orange is going to use its entire turn to run over to where you are, Arim.
Why?
'Cause fuck you.
Okay.
And then it's done. So then we're over to the red one. Just going to step up to Crakus, which provokes an attack from our Wolverine.
Oh,
That's
my Wolverine has is it melee is 2 claws and a bite. Is it just 2? Is it claws? Then it says 2 claws. I'll just. Put this
So you can make one attack on a reaction. So probably the bite, or actually 2 claws is 1 weapon. So you could make 2 claw attacks or 1 bite. But if you take a full action on your turn, you can do all 3.
Okay. So so it says this.
Yeah, so that would be you'd just roll 2 claw attacks at +4, 1d20 +4 for both of them.
Okay. 1d20 +4. That's the first one. Okay.
So that first one definitely a miss. The second one is also a fucking miss.
One of those is a 16.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Let's say the one was a 16, because I was gonna have you break a nail.
No.
So that's 20 total.
Animal cruelty.
Yeah.
Okay, give me 1d6 + 2.
Oh man.
Are you scrape your claws across the leg of this statue as it runs away, but you're not able to do any real damage. Your claws, maybe they just aren't sharp enough, you didn't get a good enough grasp. But the scratch seems ineffectual. But Red is going to swing a longsword at Crakus.
Hey, Kyle, can you take over control of me now? Yes,
I can.
Use whatever I have to survive. I bought a few more potions before I left, so they're probably not in roll 20, but I have some light wounds and I have 2 moderate wounds potions as well.
Okay.
Thanks.
Later.
Bye. I hope everyone lives, including me.
Does a 19 hit Crakus?
Nope.
Nice. Okay. It tries to bring its longsword down at you, and maybe a little distracted from the scrape that came from Perses. It doesn't get a good angle, and the blade glances off the top of your armor, leaving you
Beautiful.
unscathed. And then the blue one's going to step up. This tiefling statue.
A hot tiefling statue.
Does a 21 hit you?
Yes.
Okay, it brings this down on the opposite side as the other statue tried to attack you from, and is going to hit you for 8 points of slashing damage, reduced to 3.
Not 4?
8 minus 5 is 3.
Oh, it's okay. The resistance.
It's not
is
half.
flat.
Yeah, it's
Got
5.
it.
Just flat 5.
Okay. You could hear the chatter of my bones on that one.
And that brings us to Perses.
I'm just gonna full attack on the yellow.
Okay.
So first claw,
Funny every time.
second claw.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Give me a confirmation roll for that second attack. That's a critical threat, my friend. Okay, the first claw misses. The second claw is a crit, though.
Nice.
So is this full damage? Is that is? What is that?
It's times 2. So we max out the first die roll because I'm fun, and then you roll the second die, and then
Because I'm
and then
fun.
double your strength mod.
1d6.
Or
plus
rather,
2.
your Wolverine's strength mod. I don't know what the stats are.
So 6 plus 1d6 plus
Strength is
double
15.
strength.
So 2.
Okay, so this is 6 plus 6 more is 12, plus an extra 2, because you double that as well. So that's 14 damage.
On one claw, man, that's crazy.
Big. Crits are strong. And then you still get a bite attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna bite the statue.
I want to crit so bad. My crits are really fun.
14 reduced to 9.
Imagine making weapon attacks. Couldn't be me.
Oh yeah.
You should give yourself like a sling.
I've
Just
got
for fun.
a crossbow.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Okay,
I
the
bought bolts
the
for
bite
this
hits thanks to this flank you have with Crakus, so I mean the damage for that as well.
Woo.
Roll 1d4 plus 2. But I'm guessing 4 damage.
Okay, with that you you bite down on the like stone leg of this statue and are unable to pierce deeply enough to do any damage.
Sad
Any-
Wolverine sounds.
Any damage at all?
And no damage at all.
Oh,
Shit.
it's immune to piercing shit.
Maybe.
Or it has a DR of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe.
DR physical, perhaps? Or no, I guess if it was DR, it would be DR or whatever else it is resist. Wait. It's confusing. How does it work again?
So it when they're written out, you resist everything, every like mundane weapon or natural attack, except for the type that's listed. So the type that's listed is what bypasses the damage reduction.
I see.
So in your case, you have DR5 bludgeoning, means you block from piercing and slashing damage, but bludgeoning damage deals normal to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the yellow one is going to spin around and attack Perses. It's tired of your shit.
I'm assuming my hit points is 22. Is that what the Wolverine? That's what it said in the stat block. It was like.
Yeah, you get whatever the hit points of the Wolverine are. Does a 20 hit Wolverine?
Yes.
I'm assuming it does, yeah. So it jabs forward. This catfolk statue jabs forward a Gladius for 13 points of piercing damage, catching you in your furry shoulder.
Yeah.
But that brings us to Crakus' turn. Elantra coming up soon after.
Okay, I am gonna do something fancy, hopefully. I want to set up my pull cord grenade. But I have to set it up in such a way where it's triggered, and it's not really a place I can do it except for between the brazier and whatever thing I'm on. So I might not do this, but I'm gonna investigate doing it.
It's definitely going to take you some time to set this up. Probably your full round, and it would provoke while doing it. I mean, you have to like bend over and like string this thing up somehow. You know, it's going to be involved, and you can't defend yourself effectively during it.
All right, never mind then. It's too risky, too time consuming. I will just shift here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna attack Chartreuse, or yellow. And perhaps next turn I can remember to study target.
Study target is a move action.
I know. I already moved.
5-foot step is a free action, so you can still do it this turn.
Oh. Well, then I'll study yellow.
Fantastic.
Can we put a little icon? Like a bone or
A boner?
there you go. Skull. That works perfectly. I am studying him. It, them, whomever. Okay. Just gonna slash him.
I think it is appropriate for an animated statue.
Okay.
It was never alive. Well, no more than it is now. So-
Cocksucker. Never mind.
Yeah, even with the study target bonus, a 10 does not quite cut the mustard. Unfortunately, your sword bounces off the stone harmlessly. Just gonna make it Pink's turn.
I'm next.
Still
right?
has no idea where Ivette is.
Nice.
Hole in its chest. Doesn't know where he is.
Yeah, and
Sweet.
I'm hiding in the same place as the better.
Yeah. I mean, it's harder for you to hide because you've hidden there already, but
Yeah.
they keep rolling like 5. So
And I also have a plus 16. So
yeah. It for sure cannot reach Elantra. And Arim is real far away, so this statue is going to get back up on this pedestal. And give me a perception check, Elantra.
Sure.
Just pop out the Arim sheet. I'm gonna need it.
that made me confused a little bit.
Okay, I think because Elantra is as far away as they are, you don't notice this, but Arim does notice because he's right next to the door. But as this statue steps back up on the pedestal, one of the bars separates ever so slightly, or like it starts to pull away back to its original position ever so slightly.
Interesting.
And then Pink is going to attack Crakus. Does a 21 hit?
Ugh. Stop rolling 21.
I think it's the exact same thing it rolled against you last round.
Yeah, it was.
So this time it's going to hack at you for 12 damage reduced to 7.
Ow.
Ow. You know what's funny?
And I need a will save from you. I've forgotten to do a couple of these, but not forgetting this time. That's a fail.
Oh no, my God! Oh no.
Crakus is shaken.
Well, I'm immune to fear effects.
You're right. You are immune to fear effects. Then you're fine.
Get fucked.
This is what makes me overconfident, unfortunately.
Oh my God! If Malmac was here, we were Gucci. Because everyone gets like feared shit when the paladin's around.
Okay, then it is Elantra.
Right.
Go Elantra.
You said I'm at the ceiling, right?
Yeah,
Can I drag myself along the ceiling?
absolutely.
You're walking on your floor.
I would like
looking
to
down.
use my entire round to drag myself across the ceiling towards the shit over there. How far can I get?
I'm trying to think if I should make
I think
this.
there might be a genuine rule for this in the levitate spell. If
Really?
but I don't remember for sure. Yeah.
Well, I for sure don't have the levitate spell up.
I got you. Hang on. Levitate allows you to move yourself and the creature or an object up and down as you wish. Creature must be willing to be levitated. Object must be unattended or possessed by a willing creature. You can't move the recipient horizontally, but the recipient could clamber along the face of a cliff, for example, or push against a ceiling to move laterally, generally at half its base land speed.
Okay, that's what I was thinking of doing anyways, was making it half speed. So you'd be able to go 30 feet with 2 moves.
Cool. I don't think I have anything else that I can do as a free action. So yeah, that's my turn.
Dope. Okay, Arim gets a go. What the heckers can Arim do?
Whoa, language. Come on.
Aaron, did you just shed yourself?
I don't think I want to mess with. I don't want to burn Arim's only shadow duplicate for the day when there's only one enemy here. So I will have him just attack this statue that's right in front of him.
Purple baby, purple baby.
Which one is this? Orange. Okay, that is not a hit, unfortunately. Then Arim will 5-foot step back behind that statue. And shout to the rest of the group about the bar pulling away as the statue stepped back on the pedestal.
How the hell are we supposed to keep these things on the pedestals?
I think we're supposed to step on the pedestals.
And that brings us to Ivette's turn.
Is the pink one more fucked up, or is the yellow one more fucked up?
They're pretty close, but yellow is slightly ahead.
I'm gonna shoot the pink one. I've been doing since the start of the thing. Oh!
Wow.
Oh!
Wow.
A massive hit.
That is a confirmed crit. This damage, max the first die, that makes it 27 plus 5 is 32. How do you do it?
Ooh.
That was the. I'm so emotional. I can't even think about something cool to do. I guess I go like. I pick out and go, oh, you're so stupid! I've been here the whole time, and then I shoot him.
You find the perfect spot, like right in its center of mass, maybe like right above the the waistline, and as the bullet blasts through, you just like knock the top clear off this statue, and it crumbles down, landing on the pedestal. Is super destroyed.
I also get 2 of my deeds that I didn't use, so it makes no difference. And I hide myself at the same place again.
Okay. Elantra, you can notice from here certainly the bar remained in its position as this thing died. So
Okay.
it is still slightly pulled away.
Cool.
Okay, Orange gets to go. Orange is the one chasing Arim around the room.
Yeah, they're playing.
So it's going to
Get
5-foot
him,
step up and take a swing.
Oh no.
Okay, this dwarven statue brings its warhammer down, and Arim is like just a smidge ahead, and is able to pull his legs out of the way, taking no hit.
Nice.
Red. This is our Minotaur statue. It sees you, Ivette.
Oh, it sees me.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, actually, it can
Yeah, I've
just
been
go.
hiding in the same place, and I also screamed that
Boom.
I've been hiding here.
Yeah. So as it moves down, that provokes an attack from you, Crakus, if you would like
Okay.
to take it.
Yep. God damn it.
That's right, get the bad rolls out
Hmm.
when it's not your turn, I guess. And this Minotaur statue is going to take a swing at Ivette.
What's it wielding?
This guy has a long sword.
Okay, cool.
Bring it, bitch.
It leans down to swing at you, and you duck out of the way. Its sword clatters against the column of the brazier, and it drops the sword.
Was it a 1?
It was a 1. What's a good icon for disarmed?
Also, me laughing was in character. Ivette laughs at the face of the thing. He ducks and laughs.
Okay, so there is a stone sword on the ground next to you. Blue is going to go now.
That's a good icon for disarmed.
One, 2, 3, 4. Blue is going to do the runaround to get an angle on Crakus, which is going to provoke from Perses.
Oh, yes.
Go, Hugh Jackman.
Huge Jackman.
Huge jacked man.
Yes, yes.
Unfortunately, neither of those are going to hit.
Oh, man.
Then this tiefling is going to bring its battle axe to rear against you for a 25 to hit.
You talking about me?
Yeah, I am.
All right.
So it's going to find purchase for 8 points of slashing damage, reduced to 3.
Oh,
And then I need you to make a
dead.
fortitude save.
Oh, good.
Okay, you're good. You shrug off the effect.
Super fear. Can't be immune.
It's not fear.
Aye.
Yeah, that's fortitude. The fear was will.
It's a special kind of fear called feartitude.
But
that
that brings us to Perses. These statues, by and large, seem to be ignoring you.
I'm gonna do a full attack, and I think yellow's looking more fucked up, right? He
Mm-hmm.
just made that
I would.
dingus move too. So I'm going to do a full attack on him then.
Nice.
Nope.
Oh.
Oh.
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah.
The 17 hits. For sure.
Okay. Then 6 + 2. That's for the scratch, and I want to
Okay.
bite.
Okay, that hits as well. Give me the bite damage. Okay, yeah, you go wild on this statue, and your flurry of attacks does cut through this stone a bit.
Cool.
I gotta type the whole number out. Yellow looks kind of beat up. The blue one and the red one are both untouched, though. Speaking of yellow, it's yellow's turn.
His turn. He
It
died.
is going to continue attacking Perses, I think. It has sort of identified you as the primary enemy. Does a 19 hit a Wolverine?
It does.
Okay, it's gonna jab down at you for 12 points of piercing damage.
So the damage that gets left over gets transferred over to the druid or not? I
It
forgot.
does, I believe so.
All right, so it's Percy's -3. I go, ow!
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 Such a large and dangerous hit. Wait, so that makes you fall out of animal form?
Yeah, I just pretty much have a 25 health pool added on top of what I have.
Oh.
Makes it nice for that, at least taking hits.
Yeah. It's a good way to just tank some stuff for free.
Okay, and I think Yellow's gonna take a 5-foot step back after striking down the Wolverine, and that makes it Crakus' turn.
Okay. Would you consider this uneven terrain?
Yeah, I would. I would say you probably can't end your turn on that space, but you could pass through it.
Okay.
Because there's like a pair of legs and a torso on there.
I'll just shift here then. It's fine. And I'll whip at him again.
That for sure hits.
Okay.
You crack away for 10 points of damage against this
That's my name.
statue.
Cool. Does it appear as if my attack is deflected somehow
11 points of damage.
or
Um,
diminished like it was previously?
Yeah. I mean, the hard surface, like stony surface of this thing is making it very difficult for any of you to get good hits
Right.
on this. So it's definitely not taking the full 11 points of damage since you're studied, right?
Here's a question, actually. Why does it say... Why am I only using 1d6? No, I'm sorry. Never mind. Okay, it's green because at least one of them was max damage. Never mind.
Yes.
I'm good. I'm done.
Okay. Elantra,
Mm-hmm.
the statue that was ahead of you in initiative order is dead, so brings us to you.
Right. So the one that died didn't affect the door.
The door did not change from when it initially stepped on the pedestal. Its death had no effect on that.
Can I? No, I can't. I can't get down in one turn because I'm too high. Would I be able to? I'm gonna move my my 15 feet to here. No, I'm not. Sorry, I was here. Move. Yeah, I'm gonna move 15 feet to here. And can I read the door? The pillars again?
Yes. The topmost bar says War's Champions, like War apostrophe S Champions.
Okay.
Second, Strike Down War's Foes, again possessive. And the third, Return to the Infinite Battlefield. War, I should note, is capitalized in both cases.
Okay. I don't have a single spell. Doesn't have spell resistance prepared today. That would affect this combat. Can I use my standard action to descend?
Absolutely.
Cool. That's me. That's my turn. I guess, can I make some kind of knowledge check to try to figure out the puzzle here? I think Elantra
Sure.
is thinking that return to the infinite battlefield means that the statues need to return to the pedestals they were on. But doesn't know for sure.
Okay, yeah, you want to just give me a raw intelligence check then?
Smart as fuck.
Yeah, it's like couched in flowery language, but the infinite battlefield in this case referring to Vigorith, the plane that Atala inhabits. But in the context of this room, it is also referring to the pedestals, you think.
Cool.
As in, like, the statues return to that position when they're done.
Do I think with that 21 that a non-statue entity being on those in those places would cause the thing to open again, or no?
Give me a perception check to like take a bit of a closer look at one of the pedestals themselves.
It's obscene how consistent my rolls have been today.
Yeah, I think with the combination of what you're able to examine and what you're able to figure out from this sort of riddle, it seems like they were built to like expect the statues, but there's nothing there that says it has to be a statue.
Mm-hmm.
So it's testing for some other characteristic of it. You know, it's not like a fucking RFID chip in the statue's foot. You know, something else about the statue is what activates this pedestal.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all that I got. Unfortunately.
Okay, Arim. Arim needs to do some damage. For the sake of this battle, Arim needs to do some damage. I don't see any way he could get sneak attack damage without putting himself in danger. Oh, actually. Okay, he's going to make an acrobatics check to avoid one attack of opportunity from Orange. Easily passes. And then is going to get a sneak attack on yellow because of this flank.
Sweet.
That's a big hit. Unfortunately, minimum damage, but it still comes out to 9. He's able to tag this guy in the back. Yellow. 9 damage, reduced to 4. Brings him down to 7. This yellow statue has been chipped away so much. It is falling apart, but it is still together enough to function. Ivette, that brings us to you. You have a statue in front of you that is disarmed. But you're sort of pinned in this corner.
Yeah. Can I... If I move, he has a attack on me, right?
He is not armed.
Oh, he doesn't... He's not trying to punch me or kick me or anything?
They're not proficient with unarmed attacks, so they cannot make attacks opportunity
Yeah.
with them.
Fucked. Guess I'm gonna walk here. So 30 feet, right? And then I'm gonna shoot the yellow one.
Okay. You're not hidden in this case, so there's no shift shot or sneak shot, but you are within 30 feet, so you get your touch attack.
I guess makes sense that I'm gonna roll shit damage now.
That is a hit, but unfortunately your bullet glances harmlessly off the stone.
Oof.
2 damage doesn't quite get through.
Oh, so they have damage resistance.
So that brings us over to the orange one, which was Arim's one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It can get back to Arim.
Fuck.
Ooh, wait. Let's do a little math here. You're in the air, Elantra.
Mhm.
On the edge of this bubble. I don't know. I think I'm going to say that the orange one does not get the bonus move speed on this first movement. Because it's just outside the bounds. It's like a big sphere, right, of effect. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which means it can only get up to there with its first movement. It's going to have to burn its second movement to get up behind Arim. So it ends its turn there. Our red one's going to have to pick up its sword. So that's its move action. And then it is going to 5-foot step over to Crakus and do a hit. Does a 20 do it?
20 is my AC.
Then yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and we pulled max damage. So it just like picks up its sword, spins around, takes one lunging step forward, and slices it across your back for 12 points of slashing damage, reduced to 7.
Graceful. I am not doing well.
And then I need a fortitude save from you.
You can do worse.
Okay, you pass. Okay, now our tiefling statue. Is going to step away towards Ivette. That provokes from Perses and Crakus.
Wait, no,
Hey.
that's illegal. Don't hit me. That's That's a Lego. Regina gonna fucking turn off my
That's a
PC.
hit from Crakus. And a hit from Perses. Big.
Hey, great work.
Nice,
Everyone.
nice.
I guess he's dead. He cannot hit me.
Very much not dead. This is the first scrape against
Nah,
this
nah,
thing.
nah, nah, nah. He's dead. He's for sure dead.
Heard the other statue's actually gonna stop fighting to mourn how dead this guy is.
So
Yeah.
it takes a couple licks as you guys, or as it steps away from you guys, and then when it gets to you, Ivette, it's gonna swing its battle axe. Does a 25 hit.
Oh, it does. Holy fuck.
All right, it comes in. Wow, another high damage roll. That's 13 damage.
13 damage.
Slashing damage, if that matters. I don't think it does for you.
I don't think it does. Ouch.
Which brings us back around to Perses. This statue that you guys have been wailing at is getting really weak, but it's still up, and the others are looking strong still.
All right, so I might as well. I'm gonna enlarge,
Okay.
and then gore yellow.
You're gonna all fucking die.
Big. A 12,
bonus?
unfortunately, does not do it. Some of these rolls have been very unlucky for y'all.
14
Yeah.
wouldn't do it either.
No.
Okay.
Unfortunately. It seems a lot of Percy's best rolls seem to be with club parentheses medical, which unfortunately is not applicable right here.
Good old medical club.
You don't get to go today.
Okay. Yellow is gonna take a hit against you. Unfortunately, now that you're big, it's flanking with blue.
Yeah, I guess so.
A bit unlucky. Unless, I guess, if you want to specifically have enlarged to that position, that would be allowed. It's up to you.
I mean, yeah, it's probably. I would probably think it'd be more advantageous now
Okay.
to be surrounded.
Then,
so.
yeah, we'll put you there so that you're not flanked. And then yellow swings, or I guess lunges forward with its Gladius. 24.
It definitely hits.
God damn it.
Yeah,
It's starting rolling really well.
yeah, I'm rolling real well this fight. On attacks
Really?
and damage. I don't think I've rolled below 5 on a damage die.
Don't think you have.
In like 6 rounds, which is the whole fight, except for maybe the first round. That's 12 damage, 12 piercing damage.
And you scoffed when I was like, 10 healing
Oh,
potions. I'm one done.
jeez.
I'll be chugging these fucks. Alright.
Ouchies. That does bring us to Crakus, though.
Well, I can't shift into the spot I was gonna shift into and be in a better spot. I'm gonna have to go here, which just opens me up next turn anyway. Although, no, I can't shift into a friendly square, but I can
No.
move through friendly squares, right?
Yes, you can't. You just can't
So-
end movement in a square occupied by another creature.
So I could shift here and then move like here, right?
I don't know where you
Oh, I
did. You
guess
like
you can't
ping or
see it.
something?
I can do that.
That would have to be your whole turn, though. You'd have to take a withdraw action to not provoke out of that first square, unless
Even
you want
though
to.
shift is
You can make an
free.
acrobatics roll to get out of that first square.
To avoid damage, you mean?
Yeah, but then that one square of movement is costs double. But I think it was. Yeah, you would need 35 movement to get where you wanted to be without provoking anything.
I have 20 movement.
Then yeah, you definitely can't go that far.
Okay, shifting here. I'm done. Attacking.
Okay.
Oh my god.
We're gonna
Please.
die. We all
Universe.
just die.
It's very upsetting.
I'm gonna die. I'm dead. I am gonna be
We're all
again.
gonna die.
Again.
Wait, you haven't fallen yet.
But he's dead already.
Oh, I see. I see. Well, Elantra.
I'm going to levitate the rest of the way down to the ground.
Okay.
So what I do that? Yep. In a sort of panic, realize that I carry with me a martial weapon, and I'm going to fire a crossbow bolt at Orange.
This fight was a really big fuck you, Elantra. Oh! You fucking crit!
Unfortunately, no. That
doesn't
11
crit
is not enough to
confirm, yeah.
confirm, so it's just a normal hit. Also, unfortunately, that's minimum damage.
I knew it was going to happen that way.
Yeah,
I
which-
knew that I was going to wizard it, as it were.
Yeah, which means the crossbow bolt bounces harmlessly off of the statue's stone.
Fuck you too, Doc.
It is unfortunate. I mean, I did check the spell list to make sure that there were, combat spells that didn't or hit spell resistance before I threw this fight out. It's just unfortunate how things got prepared.
Nah, it's fine.
Yeah.
And also, maybe a little unfortunate, the Cavalier first round, I'll say. Some risks were taken that have made Arim less effective than maybe otherwise he would be.
Also, it really doesn't help that we roll like shit.
That also, Crakus has done so little damage, unfortunately, just because of rolls. Normally, that's another heavy hitter on this squad, so sad. Very sad. Speaking of Arim, that does bring us to Arim's turn.
All right. Sorry. Yes, just stretching.
It was never heard from again.
Yeah, sorry, I stretch that way.
I think Arim 5 foot steps there and is going to try and finish off Yellow with a full round sneak attack.
Wait. Like, ranged weapons don't flank, right?
Dagger. No, there's a feat I think you can take that makes it do it, but it also requires your allies take that feat.
So I don't get sneak attack.
That second
sneak, like-
attack hits.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Holy shit.
Oh,
uh,
nice.
So that was 18 points of damage
That's
from
good.
one dagger.
Maybe we should play Aaron
Plus.
forever.
Sneak attack, y'all. Also, he gets D8s instead of D6s because of his archetype.
I like this new actually hits things, Arim.
So he takes this one like step up onto the pedestal, and with 2 quick movements, cuts like across, like an X across the back of this statue, and it crumbles to the ground.
Oh, thank fuck. I weakened him for you.
Unlucky. Okay. That brings us to Ivette. You have a statue in your face.
I have various questions.
Not the ideal
First,
situation for you.
This door, the door that it locked. Can we hear outside? Does the people outside trying to come in to help or something?
Give me a perception check.
Who knows?
You haven't heard anything.
And how the door is locked? How is it locked? It's just like, does it feel like I can break it?
It's a stone door, so you probably can't break it, and there's no visible locking mechanism.
Yeah. And the last question is, if I run attack, can I stealth after it?
I'm sorry. What sequence of actions are you trying to take?
I want to move and then attack and then stealth.
Okay. If you would like to do all of that, I would need an acrobatics check for you to not get attacked on the way as you move away, first of all.
Yeah.
But yes, at the end of your movement, you would be able to stealth again. But after the attack, not before.
So I'm gonna run to here. Athletics, acrobatics.
Okay, you are barely able to dodge the swing from this battle axe
Thank
as it comes down.
Fucking God. And then I'm gonna shoot the orange one.
Okay. You do not get sneak attack or anything. Okay, yeah, your bullet hits, and it does just the slightest bit of damage to this thing.
And then I'm gonna stealth here to hide.
What does it mean when a damage is both bludgeoning and piercing?
I mean, it means that it bypasses both of those kinds of damage resistance
Okay.
or damage reduction. Okay, Orange does not see where the creature that just shot it is. As you're, I guess, crouched down behind this short pedestal.
Yeah. I'm small.
But it is otherwise just going to try and hit Arim, I think. Orange is a Warhammer. Okay, the distraction from it just getting shot, its like head is still on a swivel trying to see what happened, so it doesn't have its full like proper battle stance ready when it makes this swing against Arim, and it misses wildly. The red one.
Yeah.
Is going to swing with its sword. That's a hit. But not a crit, so there's that.
You don't have to be so patronizing about it, though.
I mean, it's because I rolled a 20 and failed to confirm.
That's the
So
mouse.
it steps over and slashes forth with its longsword, hitting you for 12 damage, reduced to 7.
Oh my god.
And I need a fortitude save from you.
Oh, right. Fortitude save. Oh god.
Oof. So as it swings at you, its blade is like charged with a golden light,
Of course
and
it is.
you become staggered for 1 round. That's all it can do, though. And then blue. So those are 22 stealth. The blue statue does not see where Ivette went, so it is going to
Nice.
step up to Perses. It goes to swing at you, and with just a 10 to hit, I think you're able to deflect the haft of this battle axe with your horns and knock it harmlessly out of the way.
Fun.
Which makes it your turn, Perses.
All right, I'm gonna respond with a gore. God bless.
Fortunately, a 14 does not hit.
That's all she wrote for me, though.
Okay, staying where you are.
If I have 5-foot step anywhere, I'm gonna provoke, right? So,
I mean, 5-foot step specifically does not provoke.
oh, okay. So I'm just gonna go here then.
Okay. Crakus. Beaten,
Okay,
battered.
can I still do a swift action and a move if I'm staggered?
I think so.
Okay. Would I be able to sneak after the move?
Sure.
Okay. Swift.
Wait, what is that a 5-foot step?
Yeah.
That's a free action.
Free, okay.
But you cannot use your movement to move in the same turn that you take a 5-foot step.
Damn, dude. Okay. How about I'll shift there. 5-foot step there and try to sneak there.
Okay, give me a stealth check and try and like hide beneath all this rubble of these 2 statues that are destroyed.
Oh god. All right, that's it.
Elantra, back up to you.
Okay. I shall move onto this platform and stand where the statue is standing. Then, I shall try again with this crossbow towards orange.
God damn.
But you crit it again.
Okay, 14 points of piercing damage with the crossbow. Big hit. Actually 15 because we maxed that first die. That was against orange, yeah?
Yes.
Massive. Yeah, you find a good spot. The bolt pierces in, sticking true in this stone. Give me an intelligence check. Orange. Okay. So you haven't noticed the bars on the doors moving at all, but you think that it just needs a bit more weight than you currently provide.
Okay. Cool. That's what I thought. Incredibly poggers. I think I end my turn there.
Okay, Arim. Where can Arim go? Where Arim can do a kill, maybe. There's no way to flank anything. Okay, I think Arim is going to step up to here. And then attack the red one. Full attack. No sneak attack, unfortunately. Holy shit! That's 2 hits.
Nice.
Big, big, big.
I think you should play Erin forever now.
Ivette, you are up and hidden currently. At least you think you are.
I gonna shoot the orange. Do I get shift shit now?
You do. You are concealed from orange. So it looked for you and could not find you last time. That's a hit. Give me that extra D6. All right, 11 points of damage. Elantra, did you say anything to Ivette?
No.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Well, it's going to be hard to talk now as a gunshot rings out right by your ear.
I feel like it's right by my ankle.
That's fair. That's fair.
Between Elantra's legs, so it looks like the shot was him and not me.
Fantastic. So between
Pulling
Elantra's
wizard throw out of the way.
between Elantra's legs, an arm points out, and a bullet lets loose, striking
Elantra, I
this.
know you use they them pronouns. What's between your legs? A kobold with a gun.
And then I'm gonna move to here and stealth again.
Okay. The orange one is looking quite rough. And you are the knight.
I'm gone!
You have become one with this statue that you're hiding behind.
Don't let orange hit me, please.
I shot at it. That was the most I could
do. It is
do.
Orange's turn. It's going to look for the source of the bullet, but it has to roll in that 20 to find you, and it did not.
I mean, he can find Elantra.
Yeah.
So it's going to step up onto this pedestal towards Arim, which triggers more movement from the stone bars on the door that Ivette and Elantra, I think you both are able to notice.
Oh, because he stopped on the thing.
Mm-hmm. And it's going
I
to
think at that point I would shout it out to everybody that like we need to wait on the platforms to open the door.
I forgot about that already at some point.
Okay, yeah, so in response to that, like, all concerns have been confirmed. Wait on the pedestals is what is needed. Let's see, this attack, this Warhammer coming down across Arim. This orange statue has chased Arim all over this fucking place. And hit him, like, once. And once again, distracted by the ranged attacks that keep striking it, it is unable to gather itself enough to strike the rogue. Red, though, is going to do another attempt on Arim. Longsword. That is a 19 to hit, which is his AC, so he's going to use Shadow Duplicate. So I'm rolling a D100 to see if he hits. And so Arim, like, creates this duplicate of himself out of the shadows dancing around the room, and it confuses this statue just enough. The statue strikes down the shadow instead of Arim, meaning he takes 0 damage, but the duplicate is gone. And brings us to Blue's turn. Who once again fails to find Ivette. And so we'll step up to Perses, the giant right in front of him. Swing the battle axe for a 17 to hit.
You betcha.
Christ. That's another max damage. Oh no, not quite max, but almost max. 12 points of slashing damage.
Ow.
Jesus.
Boy, we're in it right now.
That makes it Percy's turn. Crakus on deck. You guys are both in pretty bad shape.
Percy's, I would suggest shifting to your left, and then I will sprint up to that last pedestal.
To my left being which way?
Well,
Ping,
just left on this screen, yeah, right? The pedestal nearest to you.
just get on it, or you want me like get like D shape down? I could
You probably
unlarge
just
myself.
sit on it; it'll be fine.
You can
Oh, yeah.
you can stand on it as a large creature. You can get a foot on there at least.
Yeah, so I'll 5-foot step up here.
Okay, as you do, your great weight in this enlarged size causes the bars to slide across even further. 2 of the bars have now fully retracted. 1 of them remains.
And what can I do to get a potion out right now?
It is a move action to pull something from stowed, but it provokes an attack of opportunity.
I'm going to summon Nature's Ally here. Wait.
Casting a spell also provokes an attack of opportunity unless you cast defensively. Which, if that fails, you lose the spell.
Can I attack from here then?
Yep.
Alright, let's go for a gore.
Okay, that's a hit. You're able to carve a chunk of stone out of this statue in front of you. But it still looks mostly whole. Crakus.
Okay, I'm gonna run.
Okay, there's nothing threatening you right now, so you can just start going.
Boom. I'm not staggered anymore either.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Run is a full move. Unfortunately, my speed is 20, so I have to take a full round to get there.
Might I suggest... So you stood on one of these pedestals before, and you were not quite heavy enough.
Good. Would I know that heaviness would mean something?
I believe Elantra shouted it out already.
Could I grab a ton of like rocks and rubble from Yellow with me?
Yeah, give me a strength check to see how much you can grab without like slowing yourself down.
Okay.
Because I think you need like most of your movement in order to get
This is
here.
gonna
Right?
be terrible. Never mind.
Whew. Okay. You grab a handful of rocks and you get like an arm and a head and like half the torso.
Okay.
And get up on this pedestal. And with 4 of the pedestals currently pressed in, the last stone bar slams across the door, revealing it, and the statues deactivate
Oh my god.
where they are.
Christ.
Only if it did that earlier.
Well, nobody move. If you step down, they might reactivate somehow. Yvette can move around freely, so maybe we ought to just sit tight for a sec.
Can we track
As-
the?
So we come out of initiative. After a moment, the statues not currently on pedestals, so that is red and blue, begin to walk back to the pedestal they came from.
Are they going to kindly ask us to step down?
If we fuck them up now that they're actually deactivated, can they fight back?
You don't know. So I believe they're coming at... I don't remember exactly which ones they came from, but blue came from the left side, I'm pretty sure, and red came from the right side. So we'll say that red is going to... It acts as if you're not even there, Crakus. It just starts like stepping up onto the platform.
All right, I'll move out of the way.
Okay, it takes your place and resumes, its resting position that it was in prior. Same thing for you, Elantra, when this blue statue gets up to you. It takes your place.
I've been chugging potions as this has been happening.
Wow, is that 5 potions?
Yes.
He still has 5.
Incredible.
Do the front door opens too?
No.
Oh fuck.
So I guess I'm going to just dump the potions on me that I have.
If I had those good berries, was I allowed to get those? By the way.
Yes. Sorry. I forgot to tell you about that earlier. I answered your question in my head when we were doing that scene, but not out loud. While there wasn't a lot of foliage around, you would have been able. I mean, you guys had like 2 hours while Alaric was setting up that ritual. You would have been able to walk for a couple of minutes and find a bush to pull your good berries off of, for sure.
So that I would have given him the Crakus then. So you have those 8.
Okay.
So that's just 8 HP for you, Crakus, if you eat them all right now.
Well, how do I eat them?
While you do not require food, you can still be affected by food-based spells.
Smash
So-
them in your face.
Okay.
Rub them on your belly bones.
I smear them on my teeth.
Oh my god, it's
Yeah.
like drugs. You go like on your gums. He's
So I've just got like this blue gunk in the teeth crevices, and it's like dripping down my skull bone, my jawbone.
Okay.
I get-
And I think with the door unlocked, I guess, is a good time for us to stop.